The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, 344 499 1000. When was the last time a radio show was opened with a Wings bootleg from 1979? I mean, an officially released live track. I mean, come on. I was alone, I took a ride. I didn't know what I would find there. I know the road, but maybe I can see another kind of mind there. Suddenly I see. Here's the thing, one day Paul McCartney's going to be dead, and everybody who joked about him and laughs at the frog chorus and we all stand together and all of that is going to have to eat dirt. You know, in America, they take Wings seriously as a band. You know that? That Wings are... When Neil Hamburger, Greg Turkington was here over in the UK, I was lucky enough to go and do some record shopping with him. And we were talking about Wings, and I said, well, you know, here's the problem with Wings in this country. Everybody thinks they are a joke. He said, why? He said, well, it's partly because of Alan Partridge, but it went on before that. Wings is... awesome. Go out and get Red Rose Speedway, for crying out loud. Good evening, dear listener. The Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. Who are you, woman?
Catherine Boyle.
And you're wearing colours. How did the gays get the rainbow? How did they get the rainbow?
I think we owe them something.
How did they get... Sorry, excuse me. I do apologise. How did we get the rainbow? How did my people, how did my gay brothers and sisters, and the bis and the trans, get the rainbow? How did we inherit the rainbow? Where did that come from? Who was the first gay to use a rainbow to say they were gay? Where does it come from? I know that the whole Friends of Dorothy thing. Okay, well, let's go back further. Why does Friends of Dorothy, of course, from The Wizard of Oz, is there like a gay subtext in that film that I miss?
Well, it was campers tits, wasn't it?
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
But that's because it's a film from the olden days. They were all camp.
Well, no. I mean, does anyone really believe the Tin Man's looking for a woman? come on.
Oh, you're saying that he's a homosexual robot?
He was camp as.
The Tin Man, of course, is the first ever sex bot known in existence. Okay, so I thought the Friends of Dorothy is because Judy Garland was one of the first entertainers to be very vocal in acknowledging that she had a huge number of gay fans.
Yeah. Also, she married a bisexual, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she might have married a gay guy as well in the same... Okay, now we're in trouble. She certainly married she married a gay man, and Liza Minnelli, her daughter, married a very, very, very camp man in the guise of David Guest.
Yeah.
So there's also... So she did have Judy Garland did have a huge gay following.
Those women are revered. There's something about the tragedy, the melodrama of their lives that appealed stereotypically to gay men.
Okay. Well, do you know what? I've got nothing planned for tonight's show, and I'm feeling very, very tired and a little bit bleh. So this seems like a good enough jumping point to dive into the show. 0344 499 1000. So what makes a gay icon then? Now you talk about the tragedy of Judy Garland,
yeah,
but the tragedy wasn't necessarily known, particularly back in the day when that kind of stuff was kept secret. It wasn't necessarily known until years after she died, was it?
It's not young era Judy Garland that they revere. It's the one that's slightly rambling. Yeah, she was a
Well, but then we reach a contradiction. If it wasn't young era Judy Garland, Wizard of Oz is young era Judy Garland.
I take you back to my previous point.
Please do.
Camp. It's camp.
Well, in that case, I don't know what camp means, because I wouldn't have thought that was camp. It's boring. It's a boring film.
It's not boring. How
Excuse me, I do beg your pardon. Very windy, Pops. I think it's a dull film.
It's not. It's a wonderful film. And it was.
No, you're thinking of It's a Wonderful Life. That's a wonderful film.
How do you know? You haven't seen it for ages.
Yeah, what do you mean, how do you know you haven't seen it for ages?
Well, I bought you a copy about 5 years ago and you refused to watch it.
Yeah, because it just makes me miserable. It's a wonderful... How do you know you haven't seen it for ages? I haven't been 5 for ages, but I can remember bits of it. Not much of it, if I'm honest.
The reason, exactly, and that's the reason I bought it for you, and then you refused to watch it.
You didn't buy me 5.
Flipping it, man.
0344 499 1000. Okay. So to become... Not being flippant about it. I've been a little bit flippant, but actually I'm kind of quite interested in this. So how does one become a gay icon? Do you have to be this is a genuine question. Do you have to be a tragic woman?
Not necessarily tragic either. They love Barbra Streisand, and you can't call her tragic.
Why do they like Barbra Streisand
Because she's
so much?
outspoken.
By the way, before anyone complains, I know we're doing massive generalisations here. Huge generalisations. But please, come on. It's 10:10 on Thursday night. We're just kicking some ideas around.
Also, this conversation is open to all, so please do join us and set us straight.
And also, I'm bisexual, so I can say what I want about those weirdos.
I was going to say set us straight, but that's terrible. If you can put us right. 0344 499 1000.
Thank you. I'd love to speak to lesbians, gays, bisexuals, trans,
non-binary.
Queers. No, hang on, I'm going to do it in the order. Queers, pluses. I don't want to speak to non-binary. Don't make me uncomfortable. That's a joke! God, you can't talk about nothing these days. Political correctness gone mad. Okay, so let's do a list, because I can't quite get my head around what it is, what it means, and how it comes about. So let's have a list of gay icons. So we've got Cher.
Yes.
Cher is a gay icon. Have you got another pen? This pen is...
There might be one down here, hang on. Yeah, there's one here.
This pen is caputa. This pen is caputa. I told you, so it's a phony show unlike any others, guys. I won't be getting this on LBC with politics. So we've got Cher, we've got Judy Garland, we've got... Now, Dolly Parton, would she be a gay icon?
Yeah.
We're going to call it Gaycon from now on. So Parton... Okay, these are all women. Give me some men. What men would be gay icons? And why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why a whole sexuality, generalizations, why a significant percentage of a specific sexuality would be drawn to a specific artist.
People like Cher have...
What do you mean people like Cher? Oh, you mean Cher?
Yeah. Have been embracing of the LGBTQ plus community for years, since before
it was I was going to say trendy. I don't mean that at all, but when being gay was still seen as weird and perverted.
I was listening to the Elton John audiobook, and he talks about the 1990s. It was still, it was still a big deal back then for Diana to hold the hand of an AIDS patient. People still thought that these people, this whole group of
gay
people,
plague, of course,
were absolutely toxic, and that was adding to the homophobia that was already existing.
Okay.
So it's really recent in our history.
We've got
Cher's
Gerald,
been there on the forefront.
We've got Gerald the robot. Make it quick, Gerald.
Baby.
There we go. Thank you very much. That was quick enough. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. But so, are there any male gay icons that you can think of? I want to say Burt Reynolds, but I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same, does it?
It's not about fancying them.
No, of course not. No, of course not.
It's about admiring the chutzpah.
I guess what this is all building up to, and I'd love to get a list of male gay icons. I guess what this is all building up to is, am I a gay icon? And if I'm not,
what do you need to do?
Who have I got to blow to become one? What have I got to do to become a gay icon? I've come close to it a little bit, a couple of times. Close to it a little bit, a couple of times. Years ago, when we were at the other place and we did a video about, holding hands, men holding hands and stuff. That was a little something, but not quite. 11 o'clock show, big gay following for the 11 o'clock show. I don't know why. Really big gay following. And then coming out as bi, it was a little frisson. I got
when you were in the jungle, there was a little bit of interest.
There was a bit of that.
Well,
there was a bit of that. It's because I look like Jungle Man.
You look like
Sasquatch.
You look like a daddy.
I got an email the other day asking me if I wanted to be like in a publicity campaign to promote, to say it's okay to be bi. No, I don't, because that's not what, I haven't got time because I'm too busy having it away with men and women. Jokes. I said no, I don't really fancy that. I didn't say no, I just didn't bother replying. Gay icons seems to be the theme of the show this evening, but you can call in about absolutely anything. No, but now Trevor's saying, Alan Carr is a gay icon. I don't think he is. He's a comedian. And he's gay, but I wouldn't class him as a gay. I mean, there may be respect from a portion of the gay community for being, so out. I don't know. I wouldn't say he was a gay icon.
I don't think we're the right people to make that decision.
I know, point taken. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. You can give us a call about that. You can give us a call about anything. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite a patchy show tonight. I don't mean Native Americans. I just mean a bit up and down. I'm very, very tired tonight. Very tired. And I'm feeling the darkness in the soul, if you catch my lizard. So do give us a call about absolutely anything you want. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Why? Also, I've never got, even as a child, right, even as a kid, and listen, you watch them, the clock show, there's bits in there that I don't think are homophobic, but I think it gets pretty close. And I bandied around as a young man, gay slurs to be funny, right? But I don't get why being gay was illegal. What was that about? What was that? And of course in some parts of the world it still is. In some parts of the world you could be killed for being a bloke wanting to have it off with another bloke. And don't worry, it's not going to be, particularly pro-gay, it's not going to be a political show like that tonight. It's just, this is, the way this show works, if you're new, is that we sit here and we kind of chat. And I've been really tired for the last 2 hours, so I've sort of been dozing out in the office, and I've woken up, and this is just a conversation that me and Kath will be having, on a drive to a gig or on the phone or something. This is how it works, is we kind of have these conversations, and you're very welcome to join in, or you're welcome to phone in and talk about something completely different. Okay, so don't 0344 499 1000 if you want to take part. But why? When did it become illegal?
I imagine it's been illegal since we drew up the laws because we.
Well, hang on. It is an excellent point. When did we draw up the laws? When did we get laws?
I'm going to guess.
Do it.
Magna Carta time. That's when we started writing stuff down.
When was that? 12, 18? I love this. This is what radio should be. Two people just guessing and hoping that there's someone with enough knowledge to phone in and go, what are you talking about?
I'm hoping we're going to say enough stupid stuff so you go, I can't stand this anymore. I must ring them.
I've got to correct these two idiots.
Because obviously it's drawn from the Ten Commandments somewhere.
No.
Yeah, it will be.
No.
And also the fact it's a patriarchy and anything that does not lead to the procreation of children is damaging.
Right. Okay. Well, there is the thing that it doesn't mention being gay in the Ten Commandments. The thing in the Bible that people desperately cling to in a vain attempt to prove that Jesus didn't like gays is man shall not lie with man.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
But didn't we speak to a bishop once who told us that was a translation and actually what it was talking about was man shall not lie with boy?
It will mean with anything. Can you do the Ten Commandments? Right. Thou shalt not murder.
Yes, yeah, thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thou shalt not...
Covet thy neighbour's ass.
Yeah.
That is genuine. Covet thy neighbour's ass. Okay.
Isn't there something about wearing mixed fibres?
No, isn't that an Old Testament eating shellfish? You can't be in the town if you've got a period on.
Oh my God.
That's one of the things in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I think
you're not allowed to be in the town if you're having a period. And once you come back, you've got to have your father take you to a gynecologist to make sure you're still a virgin. If you weren't listening to last night's show, that sounded weird. Go back and listen to last night's show.
It will still sound weird.
What was his name? T.I., the rapper.
Yeah.
T.I., the rapper.
Total idiot.
There was a great tweet that I retweeted from a female American comedian. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I'm always taking my 18-year-old son to the doctors to check his tight little beanhole or something like that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we're doing the Ten Commandments now to see if we can trace the origins. This is tonight's show, right? We want to trace the origins of homophobia, okay? So the Ten Commandments, I don't think it's in there, but let's see. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's ass. There's something about your wife. Thou shalt not... I always want to say this because it was on Vic Reeves' Big Night Out. Thou shalt not fanny about on a yacht. That was... There's, I wonder if Eddie, our good friend Eddie here, might be able to help us. Good evening, Eddie.
Oh, you right, mate?
Do you know any of the Ten Commandments?
I don't know. I'm not religious.
You don't have to be. You've heard of Jesus, right?
Sorry?
You've heard of Jesus.
I have heard of Jesus.
I thought you weren't religious. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to be religious to be aware.
Yes, fair enough.
Okay, what can we do for you, Eddie?
Well, I just wanted to ring up to say I'm a massive fan of the show, and I just want to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Sorry? Well, thank you.
No. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you.
Can someone thank me?
Nope.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
Nope.
Hey.
Well, I retract my thank you to Eddie.
I'll take it.
Oh, right.
So Kath's going to take Eddie.
And I'll thank you, Eddie.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, I say no thank you, Eddie.
I say double thank you, Eddie. And
I didn't expect you
so
to
does
smile.
my wife.
I say no thank you, Catherine, and I say no thank you, Eddie.
No, why no thank you?
You thank Catherine, I no thank you, Eddie.
Okay, well,
I say good day, Eddie. Good daddy.
I say good night.
0344 499 1000. Caddick, do you know any of the Ten Commandments?
Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
Thou shalt honour thy mother and father.
Oh,
yeah,
hang on a minute. Honour thy mother and father. Okay, yeah.
That means
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not do what with Roger Daltrey? Buy his solo albums?
Commit adultery.
Okay, can Roger Daltrey. Thou shalt not listen to Ride a Rock Horse by Roger Daltrey. Okay, yeah.
That's the only three I know.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 of the 10. We're halfway there. We're halfway there to finding out if homophobia comes from the 10 Commandments.
Well, I've got a gay icon for you.
You've got a gay icon?
Yeah, RuPaul.
RuPaul, yes.
Yes. But now, what would we classify because we are human beings and we like to classify, we like to pigeonhole, we like to put people in boxes and put things in people's boxes. What would we classify RuPaul
Your title title is drag queen.
Well, I don't know. I suppose so, yes, because it's RuPaul's Drag Race. Here's the wonderful thing, and so other radio presenters might complain about this, but I love it. Here's the situation we find ourselves as we hurtle towards 2020. There's so many descriptive terms for sexuality, for gender, for humans, and I don't know all of them. I don't know where a lot of them go, and I love it. I look forward to getting as many of them right as I can, and when I'm wrong and someone corrects me, I shall thank them very much indeed, because I want to learn. Whereas other radio presenters, Alan, will say, oh, this is a bloody nonsense. This is absolutely ridiculous. Men have got dinkles and women have got fannies, and that's it.
Well, I've got one for you.
Go on.
Pansexual.
Oh, that's people that like women dressed as young boys in green felt and can fly, isn't it? Peter Pansexual.
No, I'm talking about pansexual, who is neither male or female.
I don't think that is pansexual. Isn't pansexual where you are open to a relationship with everybody?
Yeah, it's about personalities.
Yes.
What's the one where you're neither male or female?
Sorry?
No, because Sam Smith declared himself as this. Sexual.
Non-binary.
No, hang on, I've got a great gag.
Go on.
Ask me that question again, Alan.
What was it? Oh, I forgot the question.
Jesus, the punchline's going to be Chris from Wales. Jokes. Come on, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. Okay, Alan. I think that helps us a lot. Those 3 of the 10 Commandments.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. There you go. And this is, you know, you can call in about other stuff, but this is just where my head has seemed to gone down. We're trying to work out. It's got to be biblical, the homophobia. Yeah. Would I be right in thinking that anti-Semitism comes in part from the Bible?
Yeah, from a misreading.
Of course, from a misreading. I'm not saying Jesus said, you know, I don't like Jews. Of course not. But from an interpretation.
Yeah, because people go for this idea that the Jews killed Jesus, forgetting that Jesus was a Jew, and they were the only people there.
But there was anti-Semitism before that. I think so. I don't know. Here's the thing: when I was a Christian, when I was a little child Christian, it was New Testament. I don't know Old Testament's the good one. Old Testament's the one where it's like dragons and demons and hellfire and all of that stuff. The new one's a little bit. Oh, God,
because God wasn't forgiving in the Old Testament.
Yeah, God was a bastard. Excuse me, God was a tough guy in the Old Testament. It's probably a better way of saying it. And in the new one, it's like, come on, everybody, let's love.
If you're very sorry, we can get over this.
But so there is anti-Semitism in the New Testament. The Jewish people are certainly picked on in the New Testament.
Well, they're conquered people in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I think the anti-Semitism is in the Old Testament. So maybe that's where it would. I'm just trying to work out why we hate certain groups of people. There you go. Or why it's, you know, throughout history, certain groups have, I know we all like to, as human beings, like to look for differences and sniff out, you know, different looks, different walks, different voices, different things and point them out and go, oh, you're different to us. We're going to kill you. But it does seem a little bit, anti-Semitism and homophobia seem a little bit extreme to me, I guess is what I'm trying is what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
In answer to your question earlier on, yes. RuPaul says you can call me he, you can call me she, you can call me Kathy Lee. He doesn't mind being called he. He doesn't say he's trans. I like RuPaul. I don't like it when her granddad comes on. Because RuPaul's hot young woman. And then her granddad comes in. It's like, geez, where's the fit one? I love them both.
We're just kicking around ideas. Here's the beautiful thing about this. we may end up absolutely nowhere. We may end up absolutely nowhere with this. But kicking some ideas around for want of anything better to talk about. 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative with Kath and Iain on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
Evening, dear listeners. Strange one tonight. We're just kind of chewing the fat in a more abstract, tangential way. Tangential? That doesn't sound right, does it?
That sounds nice, though.
Tangential. Tangenitals. Found my genitals. Tangential. Tangential. Is that it?
Yeah.
That'll do. Tangential way.
I think you've said enough now that one of them's right.
I think I've said it wrong in 6 different ways. That's wonderful. We're trying to work out, alright, while all the other stations are going, well, should you vote for this party or should you vote for that party? And what about this politician? And what, everyone else is doing that. We're trying to work out where homophobia comes from. And there's a little side note. Where does anti-Semitism come from? Racism, in terms of white versus black, I get. I don't agree with it. I'm not saying it's right. Where do
you think that comes from?
It comes from white people conquering Africa.
But is it not a chicken and egg thing?
What do you mean?
Well, the colonialism is because of but surely powered by the belief that somehow you're better than someone else.
I would imagine, and again, I don't know, that when we, white people, Europeans, for the most part, went to, well, obviously the French, the Dutch and the English, maybe not the Dutch, but definitely the French and the English. When we went to Africa, a lot of the places that we found could be considered by the white people at that time to be, significantly, I'm really trying hard to use language that isn't going to offend, but could be considered by a lot of those white people to be backwards compared to where we were.
They thought they were savages, but it was different.
It was different. That's the thing. It was different terms of advancement. Of course,
in many ways, we didn't make their lives better.
Oh no, we ruined their lives.
Yeah.
Oh God,
but that was the idea. We're going to go and we're going to save you from this. You can be better off. All you have to do is tell you what, you dress like us.
You name me one country where the natives, the original inhabitants who are brown of any hue, where we went over there and they are better now because of what we done. There's you look at India. We screwed India up massively. But the racism, white and black, I get, because it's an obvious physical difference. And if we discover Africa, white people discovered Africa full of Christian pomposity, again, the Bible, I suppose, full of Christian pomposity, and, well, we've got these fancy clothes, and we've got these wicked boats, and you're here, doing some amazing art, and, all that. We are superior to you. You must be animals. You must be animals. I get that. I get why racism, this is going to say so ham-fisted, isn't it? I get why racism between black and white is an obvious thing because there is an obvious physical difference.
But also not to make excuses for it, but just to put it in the right context. Yeah. These are people who'd never been outside their own country, so they'd never seen anyone different like that. And so when they see a different way of life, they immediately, it's like people who'd never leave the town that they were born in. They think that the way they've got it is the way it should be, often. And so that's kind of the context in which it happened. It's no excuse for what happened, but it was surely we've got the right way. And also we've got a hotline to God because our religion is the right one.
It's the arrogance of our religion is the right one. You're worshipping whatever, people in various different African countries were worshipping idols, whatever. Our God is, our white Christian God is the right one.
But completely forgetting that the white Christian God was a derivation of lots of other gods beforehand.
0344 499 1000. Gosh, we're covering a lot of grounds in quite a ham-fisted way, but I'm quite enjoying it. Let's go to Sarah. Good evening, Sarah.
Hiya.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing? What you got for us?
Well, I can do the 10 Commandments.
Okie dokie. Right. We have got thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's ass, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt honour thy mother and father, and thou shalt not commit adultery. Are they right so far?
They are, but I can do them in order.
Oh, is there in order? Now, when you say in order, this might sound like a really dumb question, I don't mean it to be. Is it like priority? Is like number 1 more important than number 6?
I know that the first few deal with like your relationship with God, and then the later ones are about your relationship with other people.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that. Go on then.
So the first one is love the Lord your God. So like only have one God.
Okay, that's quite an arrogant thing. I'm going to give the humans.
But if you're organising a religion, you want everyone to fall into line.
Yeah, but if you imagine it comes from God, right? I'm going to give the humans just 10 simple rules to make life better. The first one, love me.
I'm the boss.
Love me. Love me, alright? So if you don't...
It's very like the rule that there is in my house, which is do not mess with mummy, you will not win.
The rules in my house are love, be happy, and smile. If I walk into a house, Sarah, and I see those on the wall, I walk straight back out. Okay, so thou shalt love the Lord your God. Number 2.
Don't worship false idols.
Is that not... That's quite similar, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's having one God and then not having... So some people interpret that as, like, statues and things like that.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, so that's number 2. Go on.
3 is don't take the Lord's name in vain.
No, that's not a commandment, is it?
Yeah.
Well, of course it is. You
like,
said
don't
it.
blaspheme.
Yeah. Gosh, that seems... and these are all coming before thou shalt not kill. Which to me would be like, right.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't think there's like priority.
But you still think first one, stop killing each other. Secondly, please don't just keep calling my name. It gets right on my nerves. Okay, so that's number 3. What's number 4?
Respect the Sabbath and keep it holy.
Oh man, I didn't know. These ones are kind of less popular than respect the Sabbath. Okay, yeah, respect the Sabbath.
But the ones we tend to care about are the ones that affect, other people.
Okay, so where's number 5 then?
So that's honour thy mother and father.
Number 5. Okay, that's a nice one. I like that one. Yeah.
6 is do not murder.
It's murder, is it? Okay, that's number.
Well, yeah, it's because it's killing other humans.
Okay, right. Do not kill would include like animals and cattle and stuff.
Yeah.
Flies.
Okay.
Flies. I'll give out that. 7 is do not commit adultery.
Okay. Yeah.
8 is do not steal.
Yeah.
9 is do not accuse anyone falsely, so don't lie. And 10 is the coveting.
So the 10 is the ass?
Well, anyone else's stuff.
I learned that as oxen.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So did I.
Accuse anyone falsely. Oh, I thought it was... Okay, alright, okay. Well, hey, listen. Guys,
and
please
go
on.
For the homosexuality...
Yeah.
I don't think this is... Because there's other verses that deal with that, but you could interpret. So not committing adultery is having relations with anyone other than your spouse. So that's where like premarital sex comes in.
You couldn't get married to a bloke back in those days. If you were a bloke. So you're all right, Catherine. I apologise. So it could be interpreted, homophobia could be interpreted as coming from the 10 Commandments. You were right. Golly gosh.
But I know Leviticus is the one that people fall back on, isn't it?
Yeah, and in the New Testament, St. Paul wasn't happy about that sort of stuff.
What did St. Paul have to say about it?
He was quite grumpy about a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, he didn't like women, didn't like homosexuality, didn't like a lot of stuff.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Now, Sarah, how do you know all this? Are you a practicing Christian, or did you learn this at school and it's kind of stuck with you?
Well, yeah, but both.
Okay.
So, I know Ollie, when Ollie phoned in the other day, he said I was religious. But I am bisexual as well, so I'm not anti-gay or anything.
Well, here's the thing, right? You don't, as a Christian, you don't have to say it. By the way, I'm not anti-gay. You don't have to say that, because I'm not one of those that goes, bloody Christians. Well, I know,
but any of your listeners or what have you.
Screw those guys. Who cares? Who cares? Listen, here's the thing, as I'm getting older, you know what you like, and you know what you believe in, and I don't have people think I'm a little bit anti-Christian because of when I got sacked from a job a few years ago, because I happened to have an argument with some very, very extreme, hard-nosed Christians. I'm not anti-Christian. There are bad Christians, there are good Christians, there are bad Muslims, there's good and bad everywhere, man. The basic tenets of, I think it's important that you, love the Lord your God. No, I don't. But the basic idea of just get on with it. Just be groovier with everyone. That's it. That's all religion is. Just be groovy with everyone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Hey, Sarah, nice one. Thank you for that.
Cheers.
Cheers, my dears. That's all. There you go. 03444991000. Okay.
You see, we had an injection of sense there, everyone. Can we just savour that moment because it's going to.
And that's the thing. I feel a bit bad that Sarah felt that she had to justify. I'm a Christian, but I'm bisexual. I like. You shouldn't. Well, she felt I'm not judging her for doing that, but you shouldn't have to. And we are in this kind of era where. You've got to kind of say, well, I like this, but I'm not against this.
Yeah.
You just be confident in your thing. So, it could be argued, you're right, homophobia could be traced back to the 10 Commandments.
But what is that about? Now, that is about division of goods, isn't it? Because you want to be able to prove that the children that come from a marriage are directly from that father. Because that's where your earthly goods are going to go to.
But I bet the guy that wrote these commandments, bet he loved a bit of the other.
What, God? Apparently God wrote them.
Yeah, apparently
he gave them directly to Moses.
Yeah, Well, of course he did. All right, Moses, we'll believe you. I bet some.
I don't think it's a modern invention. I think you're right.
No, exactly, it's not.
But it is all about the division of goods.
Right.
And securing the patriarchy.
Yeah.
It totally is. Because otherwise, if people are having it off with all sorts of people, how do you know that your wife that your goods are being given to your heir rather than
goods, do you mean my semen?
No. God, no.
Okay.
What I mean is.
I misunderstood.
If you're a farmer, which is what a lot of people would do, you build up land, that's your fortune, you want to make sure your heir gets them. Because there's no DNA tests.
When you say my fortune, do you mean my semen? Okay. This is the Late Night Alternative. We are on every weeknight from 10, Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
Tales of mystery and imagination on the radio show that does things differently.
Dolly Parton, I listen to a record all day long.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I'm a nut job, but not that kind of nut job.
On Talk Radio.
Honest to God, it's the new Breaking Bad.
Oh no!
If your kids said they were gay, you just, I mean, it's nothing, isn't it? It's not nothing, but it's no, I mean, it's nothing.
It wouldn't diminish our
No, of course. Isn't it? There'll be people listening.
I would be aware that their life would be more difficult, possibly.
That would be the only negative thing I would have about it, is being aware that things would be a little bit harder for them.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, bigotry and, in terms of bigotry, primarily. Yeah. That's the only...
Things are changing.
Oh, things are changing massively, although I do wonder with this whole kind of alt-right thing, that it's kind of swinging the other way. We've seen the misogynism and the racism that is rampant on Twitter, and it could be argued is through several of the main political parties. Homophobia is there, man.
This whole rise of the incel and everyone trying to be hyper-masculine.
Yeah, I do think we are... in the early days of a period of things swinging away from liberalism in its purest sense of it's okay to be black, it's okay to be trans, swinging away from those freedoms and acceptances that we've kind of fought so hard for, swinging back the other way where I don't quite trust you because...
I'm hoping it's just because those people are shouting the loudest online at the moment. I'm hoping that is a false picture. But I agree with you. It is a worry.
We'll see. Let's go to Yana. Good evening, Yana.
Oh, hi, Iain, Kath. Hello, both of you.
Hello, Yana.
I'm enjoying your show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So many interesting things you're talking about. One of them, you were mentioning about anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
I'm a Jew and I converted to Christianity.
Oh, gosh, that happens, but is not too common. What, can I ask why?
Right, because Being a Jew, it was great. I believed in God, sort of in a very relaxed way. You know, I didn't go to synagogue. I wasn't really a religious Jew, but culturally Jewish. And I just felt there was something missing, and I just thought that, for me, it seemed like a progression from having God as this, like you said, strict father who, you know, tells you you've been horrible and I'm going to punish you, and then coming to realize that there is another side to it when we as people are grown up, we're not children anymore, and when we can accept God and his love, his unconditional love through Jesus.
So are you suggesting, and tell me if I'm putting words in your mouth, are you suggesting from your experience, in your opinion, that the Christian God is a little bit nicer than the Jewish God?
Yeah, yes, that the simple way, because if you look at what Jesus is saying, and he said that, you know, in the simplest way possible is love God more than anything else, and that can also be translated, and it's one of the testaments is, you know, honor thy mother and father, and also love thy neighbor. You know, don't do any harm to thy neighbor. You know, basically be a really good human being.
But that's what all religion is. That's the basic. You boil all religion down. It's just be nice to people.
But the Torah is the Old Testament, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, it all stems. You know, if you look at Hinduism and Buddhism, that they all stem from the same base. You know, Judaism and all these old religions have that as the base for you know, for themselves, and they sort of split up. But I think for a lot of people, especially people who suffer and people who have difficulty, to be loved unconditionally by a higher being is a comfort. You know, when you go to AA meetings, they always say, you can't solve this yourself. Yep. You don't have to say God, but someone more than human. Because I used to be a humanist. I was into philosophy.
You've been all over the shop, Yana.
Humans are amazing. You know, we're like the most amazing beings, but we need more than us because we are finite. And I think as humans, we need something infinite, something higher than us, to give us a sense.
You're right. People will know, because I talk about it all the time. I go to NA and 12-step meetings, and you have you talk about a higher power. Now, AA is, if you go right back to Bill W., who started it, he was a Christian, and it is the early days of AA. It was a Christian kind of thing, and even now in the literature, you talk about God, and it's with a capital G, and I think they should get rid of the capital G and make it a smaller G, and all of that. But you talk about a higher power, and it isn't this old dude sat on a cloud. It can be, for me, it's like, you know, it's nature and it's trees and it's my kids laughing and it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the universe. You hope? Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Kath?
Hope. A lot of people feel.
Yes. And some people, it makes it easier to basically hang it on something, because otherwise you could be all over the shop. So people hang it on whatever belief system they choose. I don't condone other beliefs. I'm just saying that, you know, spirituality is very different, and faith is very different to religion. Religion is, you know, conscripted rules and regulations. You have to do this and that can be an empty ritual without any spirituality at all. So I just think it helps people in this world and in this life to have something that they can go to in a time of need, you know. But that wasn't actually what I phoned about.
All right. Hey, look, you know, always not. How's everything going? How's the little one?
She's good. She's good. Thank you. Yeah, she's doing really well, and I think we're going to start communication now. No. You know, with pictures. You know, touching pictures. So.
Really?
Yeah. She's getting there.
Oh, fantastic.
The speech therapist said she's developing, so that's great.
Oh, that's exciting. Thank you for letting us know, and we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Lovely.
Thank you, Yana. Nice to talk to you.
You too. Bye.
Bye. That's exciting, isn't it? 0344 499 1000. But then why are some Christians and some Muslims, it's not, you know, you go to some countries, you get chucked off a roof for being a gay. Why are they so violently anti-gay? Why is it is it like is it the equivalent to these extremists? Is it like, I'm going to say a horrible, is it like, you know, pissing on a picture of God or something? Is it that offensive to them that a bloke wants to go and have it off with another bloke, or a woman wants to go and have it off with another woman? I don't get where the actual...
I think fear is involved, but, you know, the real homophobia, a fear that it upsets the balance of this very carefully constructed power system they've set up.
I get why some people might be disgusted by the act. I get that. I get, you know, willies and... But I get why some people might be disgusted by it. I think they're wrong to be.
They're not being asked to join in.
No, exactly. Exactly. But I can understand why some people... You know, you've met people who are don't even like talking about bums and things, you know, and the thought of people having sex in that way, I get why some people would be disgusted by that. Okay, and that's fine. I'm disgusted by some things, but I can't think what they are actually, but I'm sure it must be. But I would just avoid those things. I wouldn't go around with placards saying...
nobody else should do that.
Yeah. I just wonder where this violent... It must be such an aberration towards their God.
I think it comes down to conformity, the need for conformity.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me why, because I don't quite get that.
That same thing we were talking about making sure that your power stays within a direct line.
Yeah.
So everyone does the same thing. Everyone gets married, everyone has children, everyone knows whose their children are, everyone knows who's getting what. If someone starts doing something different, well then, why is this person towing the line when they're not happy? Yeah. Why is that person towing the line when they don't feel quite right either? It's a threat. It's a threat to the conformity necessary to keep people in line.
It's so weird, isn't it? It's so...
And that's nothing to do with spirituality. That's to do with power.
You know, and also, when gay marriage became a thing, when it became legal, and when was gay marriage legal? 7 years ago, I'm gonna say.
Well, the civil partnerships came first, didn't they?
We were certainly, I think we were at the BBC when I was at the BBC with you when I'm gonna say 7 years. Google it, see if I'm right.
Yeah, because Elton and David were the first ones, weren't they? Among the first ones.
They were the first gays ever. And people were so angry and still angry. That the argument you'd get when you do a phone-in about it was, well, it demeans the meaning of marriage, and it demeans my marriage. And if you're arguing that from a religious point of view, when it's like love, religion is about love, you're arguing against love. And listen, I know most of you listening to this are going, well, yeah, of course, obviously, because this is quite a liberal, you know, left of centre show where we've got quite a, you know, we got an intelligent group of listeners. Go on.
First civil partnerships only came in 2005.
Yeah.
In the UK.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Right. Gay marriage though.
So gay marriage.
I'm saying 7 years ago. I'm saying 2012.
Gay marriage, or as people say, marriage for everyone. Let's have a look. Gay marriage history, UK.
That's 2012.
I bet, although it's not the same across the whole UK, is it?
2012. 2012, please.
2013.
Okay.
Came into force on 2014.
Okay, there you go. Let's go to Jackie. Good evening, Jackie.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Listen, gay icons, male gay icons.
Go on, yes.
Yeah, you were saying before. I think this springs to mind, Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of
course. Freddie. I was sort of Googling just then while I was listening.
Yeah.
And another one who I read years ago and followed her for a while because I quite liked her, Dusty Springfield.
Yeah, but that, I was about to qualify it with something. Yes, and of course she was, certainly bisexual, possibly gay.
Yeah.
And had to live it all in secret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very, very secret, wasn't she? But there you go, too.
My mum would always say about Dusty, oh, she's a slut.
Wow.
And but she would say it in the traditional sense of the term slut, in that she'd read a story once years ago that she would sleep with her eye makeup on.
All right, so
and didn't take her eye makeup off. So she goes, oh, she's such a slut. I said, what do you mean? Well, she never takes her eye makeup. She never takes her eye makeup off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Put me in the slut box.
Put me in the slut box, please.
There you go.
Excellent. Freddie Mercury, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Here's another one. Harvey Milk.
Yeah, is he an icon?
Yeah, absolutely. He's like the father of it all. You were asking earlier on about the rainbow flag. He's the one that commissioned it.
Of course.
San Francisco, 1970s.
There you go. Oh, he commissioned it, did he? So Sean Penn commissioned it.
Sean Penn, not so much.
Sean Penn. All right, Jackie, anything else?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Excellent. I like it. Let's squeeze in one more before we go to the news. Good evening, Ren.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. What you got for us, Ren?
Right, carrying on from last night's talk about chakras that we had a little chat about with yoga.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about female ejaculation.
Okay.
And it's a shocking crime what's happened in society over the last couple of thousand years. You know, this is a natural thing that women can do.
Yeah.
And it's been ridiculed, and it's been shamed, and it's been pretty much shoved underground, and it's making a resurgence.
Bring it to the surface, baby.
Well, I'm trying to fountain, I must admit, but, it does worry me, because anecdotally you do hear women saying, this happened to me, I think I pissed on a man.
Yes.
I don't want to do it again, and then something inside of themselves shuts down.
That's how you do it.
What do you mean, shut down?
No, I'm talking about that's how you do it, something inside them. Carry on.
Something almost like on a psychic level shuts them down.
Oh. Not all of them who experience...
No, but shame will do that.
Yeah, shame will do that, but not all of them. Some of them go, oh, what was that? My God. And if they've got a decent partner, they'll talk about it and they'll go...
No.
Yes.
Well, yes, I agree completely. But in my instance, when I was 17 years old, Kegel muscles like, Adela, and it happened to me, and my partner said to me, no, that's not we.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but it still didn't matter. It still shut it down. So I don't understand what all that's about.
Well, that was you shutting it down. If your partner was not
Oh, no, he was
you,
fine.
Yeah.
No, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the hell? Nobody has told me or informed me that liquid comes out of my nether regions, which isn't we.
Okay.
How does that work?
I've had two partners that do that. My first one was the girl I lost my virginity to, so I thought every woman did that naturally and was surprised when they didn't.
Okay.
And then I had another partner a while ago who squirted and had never done it before, and we had a good old laugh about it and a good old talk about it, and we set out to try and do it some more.
And did it happen again?
Yeah, oh yes. I knew where to go.
Excellent. I'm trying to, as a sex-positive educator, try to bring this forward, that women can... Because, you do hear the odd story, and it is only the odd story of women who said, oh, well, I am a squirter, so done the old, due diligence thing, warned the guy, they've squirted, and in one instance, that woman was removed from that hotel room, driven back to a train station, and then put on the train. And what internalized shame is she taking in her about that?
I don't know what internalized shame she's taking. Well, you've certainly helped tonight, Ren. There'll be women all over the country just
sign up for workshops.
There we go. Thank you very much, Ren. Thank you very much indeed. We got June, and we got others coming in. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I've just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place when we first met. She's just a girl for me. I want all the world to see we've met. Lie. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I'd have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of her tonight. Lie. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, keeps calling me back again. I've never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I have missed things that get out of sight. But other girls were never quite like this. Falling, yes I'm falling,
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Late Night Alternative, Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. You call up, you can phone in about anything you want. As you've heard, it's been, we kind of sort of had a theme there for a bit, which is unusual for us. But you can phone in with absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to June. Good evening, June.
Hi, Iain. Hi, Kath.
Hey, June.
How are you two? Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got an itchy ear. I'm really tired, actually, and I've got a really busy 3 days coming up, like busy. But, I'm alright. I'm good, thank you. June, what have you got for us tonight?
Oh, I wanted to know if you've got your kittens. I got 2 names for them, and I couldn't get to you last night.
Hopefully, I've got, right, so, I spoke to the woman who's fostering the little boy and the little girl, brother and sister, and, someone is, hopefully at some point from the RSPCA is going to come to my house and check out that it's cat safe. And there's going to be a problem because there's a train line literally at the end of my garden. And when I got the last girls, the woman who was in charge of it didn't want to give them to me. She said, I really don't want to give you these. And it got a little bit tense. But hopefully I will pass that test, and hopefully this time next week I'm going to have a grand total of 5. Count them, 5 cats.
Ooh, 5.
Stinky house.
No, Percy and Prudence.
I'm not going to shout out in the back garden for me, Percy.
Oh, we got a dog called Percy.
No, I don't want to know about your Percy, and no one wants to know about my Prudence. I like, but it's the best I got so far. Because all I've got so far are Brian and Steph. So Prudence, I like, dear Prudence, but I'm not having a Percy. Percy Sugden.
Percy Pig, we call it.
Pussy, did you say?
No, Percy.
Percy Pig.
Sorry?
Percy Pig.
Percy Pig? What? No, I'm not calling it Percy. It's a cat, love. It's a cat, June.
Yeah, I know. Mine's a dog. I've got a young man that wants to say a few words to you.
Bring him on.
That's okay.
Bring him on.
Here he is.
Hello.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Okay.
Remind the listener your name, please, sir.
Dylan.
Dylan! Do you know of the singer Bob Dylan?
No.
He's rubbish. I bet you can sing better than him. What you been up to today? Were you at work today?
Well, I just wanted to tell you, to look out for an envelope.
Are you sending me money?
No, it's something else.
Oh, Dylan, I'm I'm très excited, as they say, in French. Fantastic. Is the envelope for me and Catherine, or is it just for me?
Well, I believe it's for both of you.
Oh, nuts.
Hooray!
Hey, nice one, Dylan. Thank you. That is very, very kind. When we get it, I shall make a big announcement on the air, and we will open it live on air. If it turns out it's anthrax, I will have to turn you into the authorities, okay?
It's badges.
Badges! Yay! Everyone loves badges. Oh, thank you, mate. That's very, very kind. Did you... because you've got a badge making kit. Did you make them?
Yes.
Sweet. I love. Here's the thing. Me and Catherine, we're getting some badges professionally made, but there is nothing better than a homemade badge. I absolutely love it because it takes a bit of work and a little bit of care. Hey, nice one, Dylan. Well, when we get them, we'll open it up on air and we shall give you a big shout out. Thank you.
Okay, and by the way, it has your name on.
Oh, nice. What, on the envelope or the badge?
On the envelope.
Good. Well, that will make it that means we'll know it's for us. Otherwise, we'll be opening up Matthew Wright's mail, and we don't want to be doing that. Not after last time. How's life going, Dylan? Everything good?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you married yet?
No.
No. You got a job yet? You still looking for work?
I do not have a job.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants, how old are you, Dylan? Remind me, please.
Almost 11.
Almost. If anybody is looking for someone almost 11 who can work hard, can climb up chimneys, can build walls, can drive tanks, then please give us a call and we will put you in touch with Dylan, who's almost 11. Hey, Dylan, always a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers. Bye-bye. What a nice young man. I like Dylan. I like Dylan more than I like any of the other listeners. More than I like Ollie. Good evening, Ollie.
Hello.
Hello, Ollie.
Hey. Iain, Kath.
Ollie has got me hooked on heroin.
Not again.
He gave me some heroin for free, and I was reluctant, and he insisted I take it, and now I'm addicted. So he's phoned up to sell me some overpriced, badly cut H. What you got, Ollie, and how much you charge? I'm joking. He's got me addicted to this game on the Switch that you saw me playing called Bubba Is You, right?
Yes.
And it's a puzzle game. It looks a little bit like a sort of old C64 game. It's a puzzle game. And the first few levels, right, I flew through them.
Yeah.
Then you get to sort of levels 8, 9, 10, and it's like, oh, okay. So then you see it, and then you do it. And now I'm absolutely screwed.
And then the swearing started.
Absolutely. There's two. I've had to abandon two because I just can't see it. I just cannot see it. I'm not very good at puzzle games anyway, so I'm surprised I actually got this far in it. But
is there not a facility where you can blast his head off? You're good at those.
No, I am good at those. I'd never won at Call of Duty before. I won 2 rounds of it today against David Babcock, the Ghost Man.
Oh,
incredible. One of them, I beat him 6-0. So, thank you for Bubba Is You, Ollie.
Anytime. It's hurt me as well. I've got
painful,
like 20 stages I can't do.
But then, because here's the thing. Back in the day, I'd have just gone on YouTube and I'd have had a little look, but I don't want to do that. Have you done any cheating yet?
No, it feels like defeat. I don't know if it's a bad personality trait. I should just give in and look, because it might help with other stuff as well. You might find a little hint, and then you'll go, oh, that works with all the other ones as well.
I just want to work it out. I just want to work it out. I did a job today for 4 Extra, and it's a job I've done before, and it's a job I can do in 40 minutes. They'd booked 2 hours for me to do it without me knowing, and then I was supposed to interview a guest after 2 hours. And normally, in the past, I've done the whole thing I've had to do and the interview, 45 minutes, bish, bash, bosh, I'm done. So I went in, and I did what I had to do, and it started at 3, the interview was going to be at 5, by 3:40 I was finished. And the producer said, well, we've got an hour and 20 minutes, what do you want to do? And I said, I'm going to go back to my car and and extend my parking for an hour and 10 minutes by the time I got back. She went, okay. Well, you're welcome to come back here. And I said, no, I'll go back to my car and extend my parking. Of course, I went back to the car and I just playing this Baba Is You game for an hour. It was ridiculous. It is like you've sold me a little bit of brown. I'm back on the bad stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Go on, what you got for us tonight?
Well, sadly, I remembered that Dale Winton is dead, and then I thought...
Smoking. Why are you laughing?
Then I thought...
Hang on a second, Catherine.
It's terrible, isn't it?
He's laughing because Dale Winton's dead?
Poor Dale.
Wow, okay, Muffin, carry on. I've called it, so you can't.
Then I thought, well, that's the gay icon you've been looking for. The male gay icon.
These are not the gay icons you're looking for.
We're not just naming people who are gay.
We're not just naming gay men, and we're not just naming dead gay men.
Surely he's an icon. Supermarket, wherever it's called.
You put him right up there next to Freddie Mercury, would you?
Well, no, but you can have more than one. Freddie Mercury's there.
But that's
Dale Winton's with him.
Why is he this
laughing about Freddie now?
I don't...
Jeez.
But don't you think?
I don't think Dale Winton, a man I've met and worked with, I don't think he's a gay icon.
What? He was like all the cool camp TV shows.
He was on all the camp TV shows. Hole in the wall. Oh, so now you're hole in the wall. How dare you? How dare you? He didn't need to do that to meet partners.
Are you? Are you?
You talking about glory holes?
Exactly.
I really wanted to come on here and...
Can you imagine him going in there and going, bring on the wall?
You really wanted to come on here and do generalisations about gay men and glory holes?
No! Wow. I wanted to say how great Dale Winton was.
This is your word. Oh, he's trying to walk it back now.
Yeah, of course
he's walking it back. Here we go. Go on then, walk it back.
You said there was no male gay icons and I brought you one.
Well,
I'll give you one.
Come on, man.
Not now, I haven't got time. No. Liberace.
No,
Liberace.
Certainly not.
Liberace,
No.
Yeah.
He famously sued for someone suggesting he was gay. You've got to be out and proud.
No. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, Cher's not out and proud.
She is completely outspoken about
She's outspoken. He sued, right, Liberace sued the Daily Mail, or maybe it's Express. I think it was the Mail.
Mirror, wasn't it?
It was in Britain in 1952 because they hinted he was gay.
Him, yeah.
And that would have been the end of his career. That would have been the end of his career. Now, his big mistake was, the big twist of it was, he won the court case for libel or defamation or whatever it was, but that then meant that he could never come out as gay, because then the paper, which paper was it?
Mirror.
The Mirror. Yeah. The paper could then go, aha! Well, you owe us for all of that plus interest. It would have bankrupted him. He was put in a terrible, terrible position. But there was no one watching Liberace.
You're kidding.
Who did not think.
You are kidding yourself.
He was gay.
You are kidding yourself.
I am not.
His market, middle-aged women, just thought he was a little bit whoopsie, and they didn't think he was gay at all. No.
Well,
didn't.
Okay, well then you definitely can't have Dale Winton, because he wasn't out.
Exactly, same.
The women thought he was a little bit whoopsie.
Exactly.
Stop saying a little bit whoopsie.
Didn't he do that Marriage to Somebody? That TV show.
It was on TV though, wasn't it? I feel.
Yeah, it wasn't Melinda Messenger, was it? It was someone like that.
Something like that,
It was some silly...
So it was like a tongue-in-cheek thing, wasn't it?
I don't think there were any tongues in any cheeks. Sorry?
Do you think, though, it's harder for men because they can't come out because of the hate? Because, like, people thought Freddie Mercury was straight, weren't they?
Well, he thought he was for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but when he died, there were loads of people who went, my God, what, he was gay?
Yeah.
He's got AIDS, he's gay? Are you saying now, is it harder for men to come out than women?
Well, I think, like, in at least, like, 90s, 80s.
But I think even now, because there's still something, you will get stories in the paper about, glamorous women snogging, and Miley Cyrus is snogging, and it's glamorous and it's sexy and it's horny. But you don't get any stories about men snogging. You don't get a story, this guy, me, I've snogged any men for a long time, but you don't get any stories about this guy recently divorced a woman and now he's out snogging a man and it's sexy, and here's some sexy pictures. But Miley Cyrus splits up with a bloke and snogs a woman. Oh, it's horny and it's sexy.
But you know that is the form of lesbianism that is acceptable, because it's old men perving on them.
Yeah.
It's like sexualizing of women, because, like, this is going back, but all the things she said, women. What's it, tattoo?
All the things she said, women. Tattoo, yes, I do, yes.
Well, one of them's like a homophobe.
Yeah.
One of them's like
Although they are from Russia, where it is really, really,
but
really difficult
in the
for
video, aren't they?
homosexuals.
They were snogging in the video, I think.
Yeah.
What was their follow-up single? Because their follow-up single was better.
Really? If you can't name it, it's not better than all the things she said.
Well, hang on a minute. You can't, because you can't name a song, it doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
I can't remember the name of that song. There was that Beatles song that goes, na 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 na. That's a great song.
You could name that, come on.
Can't remember the name of it. Can't remember the name of it. So it must be a terrible song. Shut up, Ollie.
It's not in Winding Road, is it? Or things like that. Am I still here?
Unfortunately, yes. I tell you what, Ollie, hang on a second, stay there. Say hello to say hello to my little friend, Lavinya.
Hello. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? Hey, Hardy.
No, it wasn't that, it was, they're not gonna get us, they're not gonna get us.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, Lavinya, talk to Ollie.
Well, what I'd like to talk about... Oh, hi, my lovely. How are you? I'm all right. How are you? Fine, thank you. AA icons? Yes, I do, actually. Yes, a male, and he's absolutely... He was actually one of the best.
Stop talking at the same time, Ollie. You've said something. Let the lady speak.
It's
just simple manners, Ollie.
Thank you, my lovely.
Coming from you.
Thank you. There is one that always sticks in my mind all the time. Her name is Quentin
Tarantino.
Crisp. Quentin Crisp.
Quentin Crisp, yep.
Yeah, and he there was a film many years ago.
The Naked Civil Servant, starring John Hurt.
Exactly, The Naked Servant.
I phoned up Quentin Crisp while I was very high on ecstasy once.
Really, can I tell you something about him?
Yeah, of course.
It's a true story. Because I met him, I actually
met him at a bus stop, and it was absolutely funny because we just hit it off. And at the time, I was about 18, and he was so smartly dressed. I mean, he actually looked fantastic.
Well, here's the thing, every girl's crazy about a smartly dressed man.
But he was, honestly, he was so lovely. Anyway,
he gave you
we
his
got
coat.
on this bus. We got on the bus.
Gave you his coat.
To Vauxhall,
Yep.
yeah.
Gave you his coat.
And at the time, I was going for a job interview, yeah.
He gave you his coat, yeah.
What happened? When we went down the subway to get across the other side of the road, yeah.
Coat, yeah.
He said to me, "Wait there."
Yeah.
And I said, "Why?" He said to me, "I want to do something." And I thought, "Oh my God, what's he going to do?" Because I thought, "What is he going to do? Actually take his trousers off, or
It wasn't his trousers.
do something outrageous?" You know, I just thought, "What is he going to do?"
Coat,
And he said, "No." He said, "Wait there."
Yeah.
And I was down this subway. Honestly, you know, this happened, right?
Yes.
And all
So
of
he
a
gave you his
sudden,
coat.
you know what he done?
Gave you his
He
coat.
actually, no, he took his jumper off.
Oh.
This beautiful cashmere, a purple jumper.
Yes.
And he presented it to me, and I thought, "Oh my God!" I said, "I can't take your beautiful jumper off you. You know, you got nothing on. You know, like a shirt or anything."
Did he
and
have a
said,
vest
"No."
on?
No, he didn't have anything on. This is what I'm saying,
Yeah, okay.
my lovely.
All right, my darling.
And I thought, oh my
The
God.
next Mrs. Lee.
And all I'm going to say is that I will never, ever, ever forget that. And also, Ian,
yes?
can I just tell you something? I don't know if you know this. He wrote a book. He wrote a book called Manners.
Maketh the money.
From Heaven.
Okay.
Yeah, and also every time I meet a guy, I don't know why this is, all right.
But they take their jumpers off and give them to you in subways.
Yeah, that as well.
Yep.
That as well. But I don't know why this is, Ian. Every time I meet any gay guy, I don't even have to know his name. I could just meet him at a bus stop or meet him up the road.
A lot of gays at bus stop. That's why I get taxis.
Listen to this, Ian, right? Yes. I don't know why this happens all the time.
Yes.
I don't know why this is.
Yes.
But I absolutely gel with gay guys. I think to hit it off better with gay guys than I do with what is it?
Straight guys.
Straight guys. Yes, and do you know why I think this is?
Yeah.
Because
you're a gay guy?
No, you know what I mean? I am tall, and I have to say this, Ian.
I am tall, just like gays.
No, it's only small men that say to me...
Ollie's a tiny man.
When they come up to my back...
5'2".
You know, when they're standing next to me, Ollie, you know, they say to me, "Car, you're tall, aren't you're very tall for a woman." So... they hear me talk as well, you know, because I have a husky voice, as you can hear.
Yes. We all hear you talk, Lavinya. Bloody hell.
And they say to me, "Are you a man?"
Sorry, Ollie.
I think to myself, "Oh my God, how can I look like a man?"
It's the beard.
But I always get that, Ian. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I always get on with gay people.
It's better than getting off with them, unless you want to get off with them, in which case, do that as well. Lavinya, thank you for your call. Ollie, you made that happen!
Oh, I'm back.
And now you're gone.
Oh.
This is Talk Radio.
It's electric, it's eclectic, it's always rule-free. It's the late-night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. On Talk Radio.
We can breathe for a second. We've got an empty switchboard for the first time this evening. Incredible. That's the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. Who you?
Catherine Boyle.
Podcasts are plenty, guys. We have a best of podcasts that we do for this show on Acast, iTunes, your usual Here's the thing, there's no point even saying that. They kind of originate on Acast. But nowadays a podcast is available pretty much everywhere.
Just
Whatever
Google
you're...
it.
Yeah, whatever you're using to get your podcast is pretty much there. So we do one every day, sometimes 2 if we have a guest or something. Paul Danan next week, going to get him reading bits out of the transcript book. So we've got that. There's also, you know, we talk about these live shows that Kath and I are doing. We're doing one in Brighton this Saturday. It's sold out. But follow us on Twitter, because we may get, you know, a few people might not be able to turn up. It's always about 12 that can't come. This is quite a small venue, it's 60. And we play venues sometimes, it's not massive, maybe 150. It's always about 12 that don't come for whatever reason. However big the venue, it's always about 12. It's the weirdest thing. But, and sometimes people just don't turn up, and sometimes people on the day will say, I can't make it, here's a ticket for face value, you might get it for free. So follow me and Kath on Twitter. Should be always good in Brighton. This is the last show we're doing at this venue in Brighton, so we're going to go slightly bigger, not much bigger, but slightly bigger. Jake Shellingford from My Life Story is going to be there. He's invited us out for dinner before. We can never quite do it, but I will certainly have a chat with him. Saffron might be coming as well from Republica. I need to text her, see if she's coming along. So celebrity, it'll be like an audience with Freddie Starr. That's what it'll be like. And they'll cut away to, that means we'll have 2 people in the audience. Were My Life Story on Top of the Pops? I want to say possibly. But we'll have 2, they were certainly on the White Room, which was the Channel 4 equivalent, hosted by Mark Radcliffe. We might have 2 people in an audience of 20 that have been on the Pops.
Wow.
That's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's something. So that's Saturday. So basically the podcast that we put out, the Rabbit Hole, separate from the radio show, but the Rabbit Hole, is the recording of the live shows that we do as we go around the country. So we've got Brighton this Saturday, we've got, London in December. That's almost sold out, man. December the 14th, lunchtime show. That has almost sold out. We've got Cardiff next year in March. Tickets selling quite slowly. Please, could you hurry up and buy some more? Birmingham is selling quite well. Glasgow is selling quite well. Haven't checked Manchester for a while. And I just today got sent the link for Bath in May. So I'll put that up, on iainlee.com/event. iainlee.com/event. That's the place to go. And then next year we'll do another one in London. We'll do one in Luton as well. I've got to chase that up. So there's a few shows. And also on that website, we are going, the singles that we record, let's do the business, get the business out of the way, and we'll go back to dicking around. Catherine and I recorded a 7-inch single. Yeah, we've got it now. We were hoping to get them out this week. We haven't been able to, because, you know, life. Admin, aka kids and cats. So the plan is either Monday or Tuesday, Kathy's gonna come round. The envelopes are all addressed, apart from 6, where I've not got their address, but the envelopes are addressed. Got the singles. We're gonna, write and laminate the platinum, and I have to say, for legal reasons, grey membership cards, and then we're going to put them in the post. I'm hoping they'll be in the post Tuesday or Wednesday. Certainly the majority of them. So apologies for that. If you're coming on Wednesday, you can buy a single. Then hopefully next week, on my website, we're going to have actual, proper merch. We've already got the t-shirts and the mugs and the totes, but we're going to have the single for sale. We're going to have rabbit hole pins for sale, and we're going to have signed posters for sale as well. So iainlee.com is the place to be. Catherine, oh, you're going to say something?
For all your Christmas needs.
All your Christmas needs, yes! I've got no idea what to get my youngest. Not a clue. Not a clue. Eldest, I've got him a couple of quite nice and quite expensive gaming things. I've got him a really nice set of headphones, because he's really into his gaming. He's loving his Fortnite. He's really good at Fortnite. I get so much pleasure watching him play Fortnite. It's like it's what I imagine people who watching skilled footballers get. I get it from sat there watching him play Fortnite. I love it. He's so good at it. So I bought him a nice headset, and I bought him, you can get these Xbox controllers that are kind of like customized for you, and they have buttons on the back, and they're really nice. You can choose the design, and the sticks can be slightly different lengths. So I've got him those. So those are his presents from me. Obviously I get stuff from his mum and his grandma. I'll get him like a couple of books and a Fortnite cat and some small stuff, but those are his presents. Youngest, haven't got a clue. And I say to him, well, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. I've never heard that from a child. I don't know.
My eldest often does that. My youngest wants everything.
I'm not asking necessarily for suggestions from you.
No, I know. It's a matter of, like, just listening out and taking some inspiration from the smallest thing they say, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he's into Roblox still. I suppose we've got another year of Roblox before he kind of grows out of that. He's not into Xbox so much, he's into Switch. But, so I'll have to buy him a game to kind of equal it out with the other ones getting gamey kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't know, what to get. I'm very simple this year. 2 things I want. I love, and the boys get it for me, those calendars you can get where each month is a different picture that you choose. I love those. I do those for the grandparents. They're great. Great. So I want that.
Although, at what age do you stop doing them? Because I'm imagining we'll still be doing when the kids are 18, like 25.
Oh, well, when they're in their 30s. I love it. And my babies. And I also want a onesie.
Gosh, okay.
I'd like a onesie.
It's a definite choice. What kind are you thinking of? Plain or character? Are you going to go?
Oh, like Scooby-Doo or something, something, or a Dennis from Dennis and the Pals, although those ones don't fit me. So, something that I can put on at home when the boys put their onesies on. I like to be nice and warm. I don't give a stuff what I look like. Don't give a stuff. I want to be sat at home watching the telly, watching them play Fortnite, watching a movie. We're all in our onesies. Bishy, bashy, boshy. Done. That's it. That'll do me.
As a jumpsuit wearer, there are practicalities.
Oh, sorry. And, some tenor men for my urine leakage. Leakage.
What they need to do with, onesies for men, and for kids actually, is do the flaps. You remember in the kids' cartoons you used to get where
the old
man or the baby, right?
Yeah.
Would have a little flap so they could go to the toilet.
Yeah.
They could poke their bum out and go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Why don't they do those? They should. Stick a tail on it if you want to make it decorative, but be practical.
Oh, look, we're talking about the rabbit hole, and Cardiff has just tweeted that we're going there, but I can't see the thing. So that's sort of what is Christmas for you this year? What is Christmas?
What, present-wise?
No, in terms of doings.
Oh, we'll go to my mum's.
Your mum is just around the corner, isn't it?
Because, my father-in-law's on his own these days, so he tends to go to one of either my brother-in-law or sister-in-law. They've not got big enough places to have everyone.
Yeah.
So what tends to happen is that we will see him at some point during the day, or maybe we see him Boxing Day, but the rest of the time we're at my mum and dad.
I think I'm at my sister's. I am at my sister's again. We had last year the boys were Christmas at their mum's, and this year it was going to be my turn to have them Christmas Day, and I thought really long and hard about it, and I said, and this is what's happening. It makes me quite sad thinking about this. She'll give them a better Christmas Day if they're there. They'll have better food. They'll have more family there. They will have a better traditional Christmas Day if they spend Christmas Day at their mum's. And it really upset me. And it was totally my thing. There was no coercion. It was me that thought about it and thought, actually, that is the right thing to do. But Christmas Day away from your kids is lousy. I had a great Christmas last year. It was at my sister's, but it didn't really feel like Christmas, because I was away from my kids. But it's totally the right thing to do, and they're gonna have a wicked time. And then I'm getting them Boxing Day, and I'll have them 2 or 3 nights. I think Boxing Day is Thursday or Friday, I can't quite remember. 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, Boxing Day is the Thursday. So I'll have them Boxing Day for 2 or 3 nights, and and the boys love it, because they get like 2 or 3 Christmases. They get Christmas with their mum, then Christmas with their nan, and then they get Christmas with me. So they have an absolutely, wicked time. And I've taken those 2 weeks off work.
Good.
I never take 2 weeks off. We're doing New Year's Eve. We're coming in on Tuesday the 31st December. We're doing New Year's Eve. So we're off those 2 weeks, but we are doing a New Year's Eve show for, people who don't like New Year's Eve shows. It's a New Year's Eve party for those that do not like New Year's Eve parties. It's the 4th year?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess one could argue it's a tradition. It's a New Year. We've become a tradition for some people. That's lovely. So that's, what's going there? 0344 499 1000. That is the end of the business. Catherine Boyle, what have you brought to the party this evening, sir?
Sad news.
Oy.
From the Daily Mirror. Britain's worst Elvis Presley impersonator has been banned from taking part in a tribute act competition. Simon Goldsmith, 46, was told he was too comical for the annual King Crown Elvis contest and would be laughed off stage.
Oh, no.
The postman, who raises money for charity by performing in his white sequin suit, insists he's been treated unfairly.
Of course he has.
Simon said, I might look a bit rubbish, but I can sing and I put on a really good show.
This is Presley prejudice.
Yeah.
Presley-just this, Dee.
I just want to do something different and to be fun. You see, a lot of Elvis tributes, you just go through all his tracks, but I do something different. When I saw the quality of some of the acts that got in, I thought I could have done that. Simon, who admits he probably is Britain's worst Elvis tribute, describes his act as quite slapstick.
Oh.
He covers modern songs by artists including Britney Spears in Elvis's style, and also dresses as zombie Elvis.
Okay.
Simon was hoping to donate the 1,000 prize money from last month's competition in Ipswich.
You forgot to say the word pound. Yeah.
Oh yeah, £1,000 prize from last month's competition in Ipswich, Suffolk, to a hospice in memory of his dad. But after his application was turned down, he decided to raise funds himself, making £2,600 in just 3 days. So actually, that's better. Andy Sexton, the organiser of the King's Crown Elvis competition, says he admires Simon's charity work but stands by his decision. He said, our Elvis competition is not a comedy show.
Geez.
These guys are professionals. I choose between 10 to 12 to enter, and they have to be the best. I didn't want people laughing at him. He would have got laughed off stage, and I didn't want that for him. I am not a cruel guy. This is a serious competition, and people pay money to get into it and watch it.
I've only ever seen one Elvis impersonator. We were in, me and my wife, in Zakynthos, Greek island, and we went to Lagana, which is like the horrible tourist bit. We would go and just laugh. And we walked past a bar, and there was Elvis was singing in there. I said, well, let's go in for a drink and listen to a little bit of Elvis. And she went, yeah, okay, sure. And we went in. I'm going to use foul language. I apologise in advance. We went in, and he was singing The Wonder of You. And then it got to a bit, and he said, so he's singing in Elvis, and then he said, come on everybody, if you're not singing, you're an effing queer.
Wow.
We closed the doors and we walked out immediately. Apologies for the foul language, but that was, I was thinking, that doesn't quite fit the spirit of Elvis Presley, surely.
I've had the pleasure of seeing several Elvis acts. I've seen the one at Legends Las Vegas.
Oh,
superb.
Wow. Yeah.
My sister had an Elvis...
Oh, and Elvis flipped the bird at me in Las Vegas.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, we were driving down a street and we took a wrong turning and had to turn, and I think Elvis had to stop, and I went, all right, Elvis, and he just gave me the bird.
Wow, okay. Welcome to Vegas. Thank you very much. I should have said thank you very much. We had an Elvis impersonator at my sister's wedding.
Okay.
At the reception. He came in and did a medley of his hits, going from the army days all the way through to the cheeseburger days.
Yeah. Well,
it was a thing.
I like Las Vegas. We've talked about this before. I think Elvis 71 to 74 is grossly overweight. He's grossly overlooked. It's a lot of like, you know, we've talked about this before on board. We have. I remember we did this conversation before, exactly the same thing. 03444991000. Darren, stay there. You're coming up next. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Good evening, Darren.
Hello, you alright?
I'm alright, Darren. What you got?
Well, I was phoning up. I'm coming to see you guys in London on the 14th.
Beautiful. Thank you for the support.
And it would have literally been a year since I downloaded the Final Countdown, the film, to watch from your the Flux capacitor. And I've been waiting to hear you analyse the film.
Here's the thing. Me and my mate Elton
I'd love to hear it.
Here we go. Me and my mate Elton do a podcast. Okay, steady. We'll do a podcast where we talk about time travel movies. And the next film we were going to do is The Final Countdown, a classic from, I'm guessing, about 1982, although it's very, very flawed. And we recorded the last podcast, well, you're right, just before Christmas 2018.
It was about 7/12, I think, yeah, and I literally, I watched it the very next day after that podcast.
That last podcast, was that the first podcast as well?
We haven't done any yet.
Well, that was the third, wasn't it?
We haven't done any yet, but we did record the Final Countdown 4 years ago. Before we even met. Here's the thing. It's totally my fault. Elton has messaged me a few times. I want to do more, but I'm just so overwhelmed at the moment with stuff that I've not been able to. And it's a great podcast, and Elton is an absolute talent, and he's a star, and it's a pleasure to. Well, I'm glad you did. I didn't know if anyone was actually listening. You know, you do these things.
I've been waiting.
Well, Darren, I tell you what, we'll both phone you up. We'll do a conference call, and we'll talk to you about it ourselves live. How's about them apples?
Well, I haven't watched it for over a year. So.
Well, you have to watch it again.
All right, I'll rent it again.
Oh no, well I'm sorry, mate. We'll have a little chat about it afterwards on the 14th. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But whilst I was waiting to talk to you, what you're saying about you with your boys on Christmas Day, I have the same dilemma. Like I've split with my daughter's mother a while ago.
Yeah.
And I could try and insist I have a Christmas Day, but it would be like my small family, or she can go to her bigger family where she's got cousins and like nephews. And so like, I have to suffer Christmas Day on my own. Well, not literally on my own, but like without my daughter. But I know that she's having a great time there.
And that's what it's about, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And when I came to the conclusion, well, of course they'll have a much better time. They'll certainly have a much better Christmas dinner if they're with, that side of the family. It broke my heart, but it's totally the right thing to do. And I'll have a great day with my sister and my niece. It'll be a great day, and then the next day we'll do it all over again. But you got to do what's right for the kids, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I get to see her about 6-7 o'clock Christmas evening.
Oh, beautiful. How old is she?
9.
Oh, okay, so perfect. So you still get a little bit of that magic on Christmas Day then?
Yeah. Well, but and I'm taking her to Euro Disney for 3 days in December.
What is this? Darren's made of money. What is this?
No. Which?
Yeah, I know.
I could Euro Disney.
Yeah, no, I've done Euro Disney. Enough expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, but compared to going to Orlando, it's nothing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that, Darren. I appreciate that, because I don't know any other dads that are divorced. I don't really have anyone, to talk to who's in a similar position.
It's been my 4th Christmas, I think, with the...
So who will you be spending Christmas with then?
I'll be with my mum, my dad, my girlfriend and her boy. And then in the afternoon, my brother, and in the evening, my daughter will turn up, and that's when it...
And is mum cooking Christmas dinner?
Yeah, every year.
Best Christmas dinner in the world, isn't it? Cooked by mum?
I don't really like Christmas dinner.
Shut your face! You don't like it?
I'll have a curry.
You're a pervert. I didn't know we had a pervert on the... You don't like Christmas dinner?
I'm not denying being a pervert. I'll admit that.
Come on, mate. Those roast potatoes, bit of stuffing, Brussels sprouts.
Pigs in blankets.
We all like a bit of stuffing, don't we? But...
Thank you very much, Darren. Good evening. And thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I love Christmas dinner, man. My sister cooks a great one. My mum doesn't, can't cook it anymore. My sister cooks a great one. And I love Brussels sprouts. I'm totally up for the sprouts. Totally. We went, my kids were over, and my sister came with her kids the weekend, and we went to this place that does really nice food on the Sunday. Went to that farm. It does really nice food, and they do the best burgers in the world. Second best burgers in the world. Stardust in New York does the best, but the second best burgers. And I went in hard. I had the roast beef, and everyone was looking at me going,
food envy.
You had the choice, guys. It's Sunday afternoon and you've gone for burgers. What is this? This is a nice bit of roast beef. Speaking of roast beef, it's Dion.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Dion.
How are you doing? I can't talk very well.
You got a dick in your mouth?
Oh, stop.
No, I had a major cancer operation.
You had what?
A major cancer
You're
operation.
Joking, mate. What happened?
I've got my bottom right jaw removed, my tongue, bottom plate, and then we removed the bone from my left leg and moved my jaw with it and everything.
Hang on a minute, 'cause you're right, it's tricky to understand you, but we're going to get you. So they moved bit of your jaw out and your tongue out. Did you say they removed a bit of your leg?
Yeah, my left lower leg, and they rebuilt the jaw.
Yeah.
and they used the flesh to rebuild my tongue.
Oh, so they rebuilt your tongue with the bit from your leg. So your leg wasn't cancerous?
No.
Right, they
no,
just took a
my
bit of
mouth
skin.
was.
They took a bit of skin to do all that magical reconstruction stuff they do.
Yeah, and the bones to make the jaw.
Dion, mate, I'm so sorry. How are you feeling now?
It's not at all. I haven't eaten for 2 months.
Are you like having protein shakes and stuff? You sucking it through a straw?
Well, that's what I'm doing at the moment, yeah.
Oh, Dion.
Honest, I thought I told you.
No, this is the first I've heard of it.
I thought I told you before I went to hospital.
You didn't. I'd remember that.
Sorry, that me swallowing.
We wouldn't have understood it. You could probably get away with a few.
Yeah, I know, but I was saying, first time I talked on radio, so I thought people might think I'm weird or something.
No. Well, Dion, we all think you're weird.
Oh,
we know that.
Yeah.
But, no, it's,
Yeah, I got waiting on September 25th.
So that was a while ago then?
Yeah, I was in hospital about a month.
When did you get back home?
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. And how are you feeling in yourself? You alright, or are you knackered?
Yeah, look, my son was brilliant. I've got a mate over that. We had a bit of a night tonight, listening to some old punk and modern punk.
Yeah.
And just want to get back to himself. I'll tell you something I'd love to let it on with her dad. Honest, mate.
A doner kebab is the thing you're craving, my God!
Yeah, I am, honest.
Can you not put it in a blender and mush it up?
It's not the same, is it?
And are you seeing like a speech therapist or something to learn how to speak again?
All right. Well, I'm seeing a dietitian in the week.
Right.
So that's supposed on, mate. Theoretically, give them about you know what, baby food.
Say that again, Dion, because I'm struggling to...
Yeah, I'm trying to get the best time, mate.
That's alright, don't worry, we'll get there, go on.
Yeah, I've got a dietitian coming, man.
Right.
And then we'll make some stuff up for me, like baby food.
Right.
Baby food, right, okay.
Yeah.
But I was saying, are you seeing someone who's kind of teaching you how to talk again? Or have you just got to work it out yourself?
That's myself.
Right.
I'm doing very well. I shouldn't be speaking like I am now.
And it'll get better as it goes on?
So I'm told, mate.
Well, there you go. Well, then you phone us up as much as you want and you practice on us, Dion.
You sure?
Yeah,
so I don't understand a lot of weird on the phone.
No, well, listen, I work with Catherine, so, people are used to people sounding weird. Dion, no, honestly, mate, it would be our honour to have you phone up. I was
listening to while I was in hospital.
Oh, well, thank you, mate. No, listen, you give us a call anytime you want. You practice your speech. Yeah? I am totally sure, and you know that this is a safe place where you can phone up, and we're certainly not going to judge you.
All right, thanks very much.
And you've got people...
And happy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got people,
Sorry about talk.
Shut up! For God's sakes, listen! You've got your boy coming round and you've got people looking after you and stuff, right?
Oh, he's been absolutely brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
He's having a week's holidays and loves having these white and Swanage. So he's listening.
Swanage, that'll do, wouldn't
it? Yes, pal.
Dion, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that you've been through that. I'm glad you're out the other side.
It's not your fault, mate.
Well, here's the thing. I've been injecting... No, I'm not. But I'm glad you're out the other side, man. And you sound all right. You sound well. You certainly sound better to us than I bet you think you do in your head. Must be frustrating, though.
I hope so, mate.
Yeah, it must be frustrating.
It is busy sometimes, so it's on... Let us lost, what you want to say.
So have they got rid of all... What was it? Was it from smoking? Was it bad luck? What was it?
Smoking and drinking.
Right. Uh-oh.
Cancer in that throat. That cut it all out.
Yeah.
Then I let some pot on Tuesday. And so, is it radio therapy?
Yeah.
Not too much. You do radio.
Yeah, radio's the tough one, isn't it? I mean, they're both tough, but I think radio therapy is the more intense.
Oh, I don't know. I've never had cancer before.
Mate, and you're never going to get it again. Mate. But so are they doing the radiotherapy now, or did they do that before the operation?
No, I'm going to consultation on Tuesday.
Right, okay.
And they're going to start it.
They're going to start it. Okay. All right. So you're going to be nuclear powered. Dion, I'm sure you've been warned that it can get a little bit rocky when you're having radiotherapy, so look after yourself, man. Don't push yourself too hard.
I love listening to you and Catherine. It was great. You know, when I was in hospital for a month.
Yeah.
It was lovely, like, listening to you, so.
Well, I bet you pissed off
but
everyone around you.
But it was just for fun, the laughing.
I'm really touched that you chose to give us a call first, Dion. Genuinely, I am, mate.
Cheers, mate.
I wish you the best of luck, and maybe we'll, where are we now? Thursday? Maybe we'll speak tomorrow, or maybe we'll speak next week at some point, but you're welcome at any time.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dion. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, Dion.
Oh, man, we have a laugh with Dion. We fell out in the past. We made friends again. He's a good bloke, and, that's got me, that has. That's really got me, that has.
Yeah. Doing this show for the length of time we do, we kind of... People's lives take twists and turns, don't they? And there's another one.
And I thought he'd had the radiotherapy, and there's me saying, oh, it's the bad one, and then I didn't realise he was going off to do it. But he's got this. He's got this. Thank you, Dion. I'm genuinely, I'm humbled that you would, that's really got me, that has. That's Dion's been calling me for 15 years. Absolutely bonkers sometimes, straight down the line at others, and a voice that you'll all be familiar with. Well, he can give us a call and practice his speech anytime he wants. Good evening, Pablo.
How do?
Hello, Pablo. What have you got for us tonight, please?
Oh, it's a bit windy, so I apologise for any kind of background noise.
Brussels sprouts, isn't it?
Well, that's...
My God, man, what are you doing? You rolling down a hill or something?
I'm in the northeast. It's mostly
in the northeast.
Wind and sea.
Do they not have walls in the northeast?
Yeah, big one.
Well, we had one, but then the Scottish ruined it.
Absolute bastards. What do you want? We're going to keep it brief because this sounds terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, talking about keeping it brief. Boxers or shorts?
Shorts.
Briefs. Yeah, briefs, that's the one.
No, not briefs.
Well,
never briefs. What do you think I am, a kinky swinger from the 70s?
Well, I've got a crate of Y-fronts in a Dover, and I was hoping you were going to endorse them.
I'm not endorsing your crate of Y-fronts in Dover. What is this?
Well, I was hoping it was going to be an E&B endorsement, but apparently not.
No, of course it's not. Hang on, how much do you reckon you can make out of this?
£3 a pair.
How many pairs you got?
15,000.
20% for me?
10.
15.
10.
Thanks for your call, Pablo. I really appreciate it. He was so close to a deal then. So, it couldn't budge. It couldn't budge.
You can ring Paul Ross in about an hour.
Certainly couldn't budge in those pants because they're too tight and those pants are crap. Wouldn't buy anything from that guy. We've got another hour to go. My gosh, this show's rocking and rolling all over the place. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow,
here we go.
Keep moving on.
After hour.
So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
That Dion calls really hit me, actually.
Yeah.
Calling me for about 15 years, on and off. Big periods where he didn't call me. We've fallen out and argued. But he always comes back, and I've always enjoyed his call. Not all of them, some of them a bit boring, let's be honest. But, he's one of the more interesting callers that, we've had. And, to hear him slightly nervous to call in because he's worried about how he sounds, I totally get it. Can I just say to anyone listening, that if you are nervous about calling in because, I know you've had mouth cancer, you've got a speech defect, you've got a cleft palate, you've got Parkinson's, you've got MS, you've got whatever, that means that your speech is not perhaps what it once was or what it could be. We are probably, I'm not saying this to show off, I'm saying this to be honest, we're probably the only radio show, maybe one of 2 or 3 radio shows where you can phone in and you'll get a good old crack of the whip. You'll get treated exactly the same as anybody else that calls in, who perhaps doesn't have problems with their speech. We're a late night show, so we can kind of take a little bit longer with your call, and we'll do our very, very best to get past whatever issue it is that means it's a little bit harder for you to speak than perhaps it once was. And me and Kath are actually pretty good at it. We have a regular caller, Jerry, who's not called in for a while, but I know why. It's because he's been very busy. Good news. Good busy. But he's got Parkinson's, same age as me. He's got Parkinson's, and some nights you can hear him as clear as a bell. Some nights we can't make it out, and we'll sit and we will listen. And if we can't make it out, we'll say, look, Jerry, maybe give us a call in an hour, or maybe give us a call tomorrow when it's not so hot or when you're not so stressed, and we'll give it another go. So if you are nervous about calling in, because you think we're gonna laugh at you, or you know, maybe you've tried other radio shows and you've not got the call back, you'll get on, and we will take our time to get there together. I think that's fair enough to say. Let's go to Nigel.
Oh, yeah.
You sound surprised, Nigel, almost as if you hadn't remembered you just called in.
No, it's still the same.
You're right, you sound a bit tired.
I was feeling a bit of pain from the accident.
Yeah, the ribs.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm beginning to be able to wash myself okay all right now, because I couldn't lift my arms up to wash under my arms.
Imagine.
Now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm using underarm and stuff because my girlfriend doesn't want me to smell, does she?
No one wants you to smell. Although some women like the smell of a man. Musk.
Yeah, a sweaty smell, don't they?
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, but they don't want a dirty bum.
No,
he can wipe his arse.
Anyway, it is improving very slowly.
The arse?
The pain. Pardon?
The pain. The pain.
Yeah. Anyway, I was watching a documentary on the TV about people going to food banks, and it's a lot of children haven't got food in some places.
Yeah, there's a lot of people struggling at the moment.
They have to struggle to get food for their children in the summer holidays and stuff, and there was a programme and going to food banks, and they feel guilty about going to food banks.
Of course they do.
And I'm lucky to have one in Maidstone that I go to quite regularly.
Brilliant.
Because I'm starting to run out of money now until next Wednesday again, as usual.
Okay.
But I've sorted out my telephone bill. The TV licence I've sorted out.
Yeah.
Instead of paying £200, I can pay £12 a fortnight to pay the bill off.
That's great news.
Yeah. So because I had a red letter today, and they were going to take my possessions away because of it. You know. They come and take your possessions away if you don't pay the bill to your TV licence.
Right. Yeah.
It's quite a serious thing, but because I've been on to them on the phone, I've corrected it all now.
Brilliant. Good. Well, you got that sorted out.
Yeah, it's the job that I rung them up. Otherwise, they might have come and took the telly away or something like that. You know.
There's nothing on telly these days.
No, I don't watch it much. I usually watch videos anyway.
Yeah, it's all.
I've got a documentary on at the moment about Justin Bieber when he first started, because he was on YouTube a lot. He started on YouTube, didn't he?
Justin Bieber?
He started on YouTube.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, Beaver, yeah.
Beaver?
Yeah, Beaver, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's Justin Bieber. Unless it's a different...
Oh, is it Beaver, not Beaver?
Unless it's a different...
Probably is a Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it could be.
Anyway, you know who I mean, anyway.
Yeah, Justin Bieber.
He was a good drummer when he was a good drummer.
Was he?
He's drumming on this documentary, and he was singing with Miley when she was about 16. He was singing with her. They made the record together. So it's a pretty good video. But I bought myself some early Christmas presents, some DVDs, about £1 worth.
Go on, what you bought?
Well, I got 5 DVDs, 20p each for £1, and so I've got The Panic Room, which is Jodie Foster.
Oh, mate, that film is well scary.
Yeah, it's a good film. And who else is in it? Kristen Stewart's in it when she was young. You know,
okay.
That Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
One of her earlier. And I've got 3 Kristen Stewart. I've got a whole collection of the vampire films that Kristen Stewart did as well.
Oh, yeah, Twilight.
Yeah, the first Twilight one, and the second one, and the next one.
I think they're good films.
So I've got the whole set for about 50p.
Do you like a good spooky film then, Nige?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
So I like the way she acts in the film, and there's of course a lot of kissing in those films.
The way she acts.
Yeah, there's a lot of kissing.
She likes kissing, don't she?
Yes.
So in all those vampire films, she ends up kissing the guy that's in it, that tall fella, you know.
Of course, they spend a lot of time in the first film, for sure, trying not to get too heavy, because he might destroy her, and not in the way she likes.
The actual the second one's quite heavy with kissing, isn't it? The second one, that was quite, the Twilight, I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
Twilight Saga or something.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I was going to do an Ian Lee jingle. You know, the jingles up for my presenters years ago.
Oh, yeah, you used to do that for, like, Mike Mendoza and
with an organ. I used to get the keyboard out, not say organ, because that sounds...
Well, because an organ, people think you mean a penis.
I used to get my keyboard out and sing along to that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Well, go on then. Give us a jingle.
One of these days, I'm going to get the keyboard out on the radio.
Oh.
Sounds like a threat.
Classic Nigel.
Yeah. Are you there?
Hello, yes.
Yes, I'm still here.
What?
So I'll just do a short jingle to finish off what I put together in my head in the last 5 minutes.
Away you go.
It's the Iain Lee Show, the Iain Lee Show. Listen to him all night long.
With Kath.
It's the Iain Lee Show and Catherine's show. Listen to them all night long. So join the gang and listen to the Iain Lee Show, the Iain Lee Show. Nigel from Maidstone sings along and plays his organ too. He likes to play the drums as well and have a laugh with you. So listen to the Iain Lee Show. Yes, listen to the Iain Lee Show. Come on and listen to the Iain Lee Show. It's on Talk Road, Talk Road.
Get the name of the station right!
Radio.
Thank you, Nigel.
Thank you.
Have a lovely weekend. We'll speak again soon, mate. Thank you very much. You got the name of the radio station wrong. That's classic. No, that's like late 80s, early 90s.
I know, I kind of recognise the tune.
Yes, I do. Evening, Steve.
Hello. Hi, Ian. Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Steve.
I'll be honest, Ian, Catherine. I've been out tonight and I've had a drink.
Okay. Little drinky poos.
Okay. And as probably quite a lot of people at the moment, I've got quite a few different issues going on in my life at the moment.
Okay.
But I'd like to sing a song to you and Catherine, if that's okay.
Well, That's not where I thought this was going, but I'm happy to hear one. Are you, Ian?
Happy to hear at least one.
It's a cover song. It's not an original.
Over to Steve, who has had a drinky poos and has got issues.
Yeah, well, only, as everyone has.
Yeah.
I don't want to...
No, don't make a thing of it.
Yeah.
But you did mention it.
Okay, here we go. And please feel free to join in.
Thank you, Steve.
When appropriate.
Okay.
Take it on board, yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll let you know when you can join in.
Oh, okay. So feel free to join in, but only when I tell you. Okay, yep, good.
But you'll know.
Okay, well, what, because you'll tell us?
No, you'll just know. You'll know.
Okay, all right.
We'll know.
Okay.
Over to Steve.
Okay, thank you.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for the days, those endless days, those sacred days you gave me. I'm thinking of the days I won't forget a single day, believe me. I bless the light, that lights will burn, believe me. And though you're gone, you're with me every single day, believe me. Days I'll remember all my life. Days when you can't see wrong from right. You took my life, but then I knew that very soon you'd leave me. But it's alright. Now I'm not frightened of this world, believe me. I wish today could be tomorrow. The night is long. It just brings sorrow. Let it wait. This way you can join in if you wish. I thank you for the days, those endless days, the sacred days you gave me. I'm thinking of the days I won't forget a single day, believe me. Days I remember all my life. Days when you can't see wrong from right. You took my life, but when I knew that very soon you'd leave me. There you go. I'll leave it there, Ian, if you don't want me to continue.
Oh, what? I want you to carry on singing.
Do you really?
Oh, don't have a question of doubt. What do you call it?
We enjoyed that. It was a very tender moment.
That was beautiful.
I hope so. Ian, Catherine, I'll be honest with you, I'm...
masturbating right now.
No, he's not.
I'm not.
You'd like to be. I am.
Would I like to be?
We both are.
I don't know.
I am.
To be... I'm...
Carry on. I won't be long. There we go.
Catherine, do you want to finish up before we...
She's done. She's done now.
I'm done.
She's done.
I'm done.
Bless you.
Bless you, Catherine. Bless you.
Thanks. Sorry about that, everyone.
I don't know. I hope, as I say, I've had some alcohol tonight.
Yes, a little bit of some. You've supped on the teat of the grape.
Yeah, or hops.
Yeah.
Little livener.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
A bit of the old boozy rouge.
And yeah, as I say, well, as we all have.
We all have issues.
Gosh, yeah.
You've got issues.
Yeah. Some good, some bad. It's all good.
The biggest issue is the misuse of disused tissues.
Yeah. Is it?
I think so.
Hmm.
Well, I hope that singing made you feel better. It certainly made us feel.
I think it did a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to sing anything else?
Should we do another one?
I don't know. I think that, to me, that song was quite apt.
Yeah.
I was quite happy with that.
Okay, brilliant. So, Steve?
And I don't want to, obviously, so I haven't listened to the previous 2 hours of tonight. So I apologise if
we were basically doing a phone-in and we had a vote, and it was 75% said yes. Are people that phone in radio shows and sing absolute knobbers? And the majority of people said yes. And then, ironically, you phoned in not hearing that survey, and you've sung.
Yes.
So you've proved it.
I'm glad. I'm glad I proved the not
theory.
Yeah. Good.
Well, thank you, Steve. I hope your problems that we all have, get sorted.
Yeah, I guess so. Or they won't. But there you go. That's it. That's what it is, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the song, Steve.
Right. Cheers. Thank you, Iain, Catherine. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, listener.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross-parents, cross-dressers.
Yeah. Did you know this about me?
And cross-rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
There's a new game out. It came out at midnight. Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima designed it. He did the Metal Gear Solid games. Great games. And this is being described as a work of art that will revolutionise gaming by some, and by others it's described as really, really dull when nothing happens. Over 100 hours of gameplay. And I forgot it was being released at midnight until little ping. My phone pinged, and I looked at, what's this? Remember Ollie who phoned up earlier on?
The one that was really mean about Dale Winton.
The one who laughed at dead Dale Winton, yeah. Yeah, it said Ollie is streaming Death Stranding.
Oh.
So he stopped listening to us.
Wow.
And he's now streaming a Ponzi game. So I've just gone in there to his room on Twitch. He's vile_Trolliver if you want to go and abuse him. And I've just gone in there and I've basically thrown shit around in the room, right? Turns out Matty's in there as well, the bumlick. They're all in there watching this Ponzi game instead of listening to the show. They're all blocked. They're all reported. None of them are welcome on the show again.
Do you know, I'm starting to see how his wife feels, because on her birthday, Ollie, of all the people.
You see? Comes on, he's all nice laughing at dead Dale. We've got another 7 second delay, so I'm going to try. Let's have a listen.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
Flipping
outrageous behaviour.
Who does he think he is?
He's a scumbag. And this is the problem, right? Video games turn softly spoken vegans into a-holes. Into absolute a-holes. And Ollie is doing. Let's have another little listen. Ooh, we've got delay. Let's have another little listen.
Not purely. Oh, look, it's aged. Look, 'cause of the rain. How would any
Is this his music choice?
environment work if everything died as soon as rain happened? Oh, shit.
Listen, it looks like a really boring game.
It'll look all good.
And it looks like a really boring stream as well.
This feels really cool. What does that say about me?
Says you're a sad case and you're a loser.
It's music.
Look, would you rather listen to the radio or play a game about a backpack?
What did he just say?
Would you rather listen to the radio or play this game?
I didn't answer that question, so if you badmouth me for that answer, that's your answer, not mine.
What a scumbag! What a scumbag!
Oh, this feels cool.
Would you rather...
This says so much about me, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're a knob! Thank you!
There's something over
well
there.
done.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be over there now, though.
What is this? It looks like
Picture
some
of
sort of
there.
Japanese Duke of Edinburgh's award.
It's boring. All you do is walk between towns. That's it. It's a walking...
No.
Yeah, you're busted, Ollie. You're busted.
I think everyone should listen to Talk Radio instead of watching this program.
Well, then stop doing it. Stop your stream and stop doing it. Let's send everybody in, right? You know we do Periscope love bombs. Well, can we do a Twitch troll bomb?
Shit bomb.
Your shit bomb. Everyone, go to www.twitch.tv/vile_ what's his name? Trolliver?
Yes.
Trolliver, and tell him what you think of him. There we go. Let's thinks this is more fun than the late night alternative, the psychedelic antidote to the politically biased phone-in shows on every other radio station. I'm so angry.
What am I getting ganged up on? I'll listen back.
Oh, listen back. It doesn't count towards our listening figures.
Yes.
I've just typed, you're playing Duke of Edinburgh's award, and this is better than us, apparently.
This moss. Look, you gotta admit, this moss, this walking, this backpack.
Switch this off. You're right, I love you. Switch this off and get the radio back on. I want this stream, I want this stream ended now. I want it ended. I want it over.
If you want to write him a message, just busted will do.
Yeah,
busted.
Yeah.
I could have I've got the radio on in the background, promise.
He hasn't! That is a lie! That is an absolute lie! He has not!
Everyone who's appearing to have a go at me could follow me as well.
He's using it as an advert! He's using it as an advert! To get more followers!
I'm 10 away from being able to have subscribers. So, oh my god, 50 people.
Now Matty Stevo, Kath can't get off to this like the singing. You're damn right.
Matty's blocked. He was my favourite, but he's blocked.
Watching to have a go at me would like to subscribe.
No one wants to subscribe to your channel because you're a scumbag and you stab your mates in the back and you switch off radio to play crap games.
Outrageous.
64, thank you very much. This is not on the air, is it? Because I've run out of...
Yes! It's on the air! It's on the air! I'm so angry. Really angry.
How very dare you. This is the kind of cyberbullying I'm getting. Pity follow. Thank you. It's on the air. Oh my god.
Incredible scenes.
Ollie is a scumbag. That's from my friend, Roger. Ollie is a scumbag. Utter shameful. Well, thanks for ruining the launch night.
Good! Thanks for ruining my radio show! Thanks for ruining my radio show!
Terrible.
I'm going to write
I
this.
seem to be enjoying the
Here we
backpack.
go. It's not even our birthdays and you're giving us the wife treatment.
If I'm still on the air, I'm describing what it's like.
It's boring. Everyone leave. Bored. Absolutely outrageous. I'm furious! Play a trailer. I need to calm down.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Fuming. Absolutely fuming. Anyway, we'll carry on doing the radio show for you. Sunday night on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Iain Lee. Round about 8 o'clock, it might be a little bit later, because I've got the kids. But round about 8 o'clock, when the kids go, we are having a Call of Duty Modern Warfare session for friends of the show. So I want to get a private game up. I think you can have like 16 players. I'm not really sure. I want to get a private game up. I want to play. You can play on different consoles, I think, and PCs and stuff like that. I'm on my PS4. Add Iain Lee, and we're just going to play. And we might stay up all night and play Call of Duty Modern Warfare on. Just gonna have a session. It's free. I mean, the game's not free, but you can follow me. You can subscribe if you want. It's free if you've got Amazon Prime to subscribe. You link it up with your Twitch account. and then you click on me and I get a few quid.
All night. You promise you won't rage quit?
I don't rage quit. I do not rage quit. So Sunday night, around about 8:30, twitch.tv/Iain Lee. We're going to have a right old laugh. Good old laugh. We're going to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We're going to shoot each other. David Babcock's going to be there. Ollie was going to be there, but he's banned. We're going to have a right old laugh. We're going to have a lot of fun. Lot of fun. You coming, Boyley?
No, my internet's not good enough, is it?
Yeah, it isn't. Well, you could sort it out, but you won't make the phone call. It's not my department. Make the phone call and improve your internet. Now here we go. This is an interesting story. I like these sciencey stories. Steph is the name, of course, I'm considering for my cat. Steph Harper's 2-bedroom house looks like a typical suburban home, but she believes there's a portal to the spiritual world in the living room. The mum of 4 claims it has become a hotbed of paranormal activity, with unexplained bangs, strange smells, and spooky visions now the norm. Steph, 39, who lives in Flint, North Wales, with husband Colin and children Harvey, 14, Thomas, 9, Paisley Park, 7, first noticed the strange goings-on 3 months after she moved into the 2-bed property in 2008. Recalling the first eerie incident, she explained, "I'm from Wales. It was just me and Harvey in the house at the time. He was tucked up in bed. All of a sudden, I heard all this violent banging coming from his room. I ran upstairs and found him fast asleep in his bed. But the weird thing was, the bed had been pulled about 2 feet away from the wall where it usually was. Now, looking back, I realise it was the beginning of the haunting." Not long after, just a month after Thomas was born in November 2009, Steph became even more sure that she was sharing her home with something otherworldly. She continued, "I'm from Wales. It was in between Christmas and New Year, and we heard a few loud knocking noises that couldn't be explained. Didn't sound like our house." From Wales. "You get used to the noises your own home makes." The bangs kept getting louder and louder, closer and closer. In the end, we went to my mum's house that night. The next day, Colin did some investigating and started tapping different parts of the house upstairs to see where the noise was coming from. When he started banging on the banister, it made the exact same sound. And that's when we knew something unseen had been making the sound right from the top of the stairs. Then there's a picture of her 3 kids.
Yeah, I know.
Not looking guilty at all, are they? Not them at all, is it, doing it?
2 things.
Yeah.
1, the accent, superb.
Thank you. Been practicing.
2, I read that out last week.
No.
Yeah. Or earlier this week.
No.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. This is, oh no, it's still playing that. Hang on a minute. Hang on. It's still playing that bloody game. Hang on.
I was shocked.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I read this out
before. I know.
So,
say it again. Say, Ian, I'll stop you there and then do the thing.
I'll stop you there.
What? Why?
Well, 1, the accent, quite something.
Thank you.
2, I've already read that one out.
Try it again. Just trying to get the right music.
Ian, 2 things.
Don't even worry about the accent thing, 'cause we know that's excellent.
Brilliant, yeah. 2, I've already read that one. 2, I've already read that one.
Okay, keep going.
2, I've already read that one.
Baby, baby, baby!
2, I've already read that one.
Recollection of you reading that story. And I don't think you did read that story in this timeline. So, who the hell are you? What timeline did you come from? And where's our Catherine?
Well, it's interesting you say that.
Yeah, it is.
Because I was wondering who the hell you are.
Oh, sorry, I must have
not been paying attention.
Yeah. Okay, all right, let's try this one then.
Does it involve more accents? I do hope so.
Okay, I'll try this one.
Let's go.
See if you've read this one before.
Is it about eggs? Is it about a bet with eggs?
Okay, well, let's try this one then.
Is it about Elvis? A rubbish
Jesus
Elvis?
Jesus Christ! All right, I'll try this one then. Steph Harper's 2-bedroom house looks like a typical suburban home, but she believes there's a portal to the spiritual world in her living room. The mum of 4 claims it's become a hotbed of paranormal activity, with unexplained bangs, strange smells and spooky visions now the norm. Steph, 39, who lives in Flint, North Wales, with husband Colin, children Harvey, 14, Thomas, 9, and Paisley Park, 7, first noticed the strange goings-on 3 months after she moved into the 2-bed property in 2008. Recalling the first eerie incident, she explained, "It was just me and Harvey in the house at the time, and he was tucked up in bed. All of a sudden, I heard all the violent banging coming from his room. I'm from Wales. I ran upstairs and found him fast asleep in his bed. But the weird thing was the bed had been pulled about 2 feet away from the wall where it usually was. Now, looking back, I realised it was the beginning of the haunting." So it was. Not long after, just a month after Thomas was born in November 2009, Steph became even more sure that she was sharing her home with something otherworldly. She continued, "It was in between Christmas and New Year, and we heard a few loud knocking noises that couldn't be explained. Didn't sound like our house. You get used to the noises your own home makes. The bangs kept getting louder and louder, closer and closer. In the end, we went to my mum's house that night, we did. The next day, Colin did some investigating and started tapping different parts of the house upstairs to see where the noise was coming from. When he started banging on the banister, he made the exact same sound, and that's when we knew something unseen had been making the sound right from the top of the stairs."
Gosh, that's a fascinating story.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
That poor family.
What have you got? Done that story?
I bet you haven't.
I bet I have.
All right then, if you have,
yeah,
a little quiz for you.
Okay, quiz time. I like quizzes.
A rare mushroom
Ooh.
with the aroma of rotting flesh has been spotted in the UK for the first time in 20 years.
It looks like an ear.
Tell me what it's called.
It looks like an ear.
No.
You know, there is a mushroom that looks like an ear, and I found one in my garden the other day. Like a week after I'd read the story about a mushroom that looks like an ear, and it looks like an ear, and there was one in my garden.
Okay.
It looks like an ear.
This doesn't.
Shiitake.
No.
Shiitake.
No.
Go on then.
The fungus, known as devil's fingers.
Devil's fingers.
Or
shiitake.
No. You would never forget this name.
We've got to stop there because I nearly said something terrible.
Octopus stinkhorn.
That was my nickname at school.
Was last spotted in the wild in 1999 when Ian Lee was at school.
Shut up.
The freaky mushroom was spotted by an Avon Wildlife Trust conservation team at Dolbury Warren Nature Reserve on the Mendip Hills near Bristol on Halloween. Officially known as Clathrus archery.
That's your maiden name, isn't it? Can I just try something?
What, a stinkhorn?
Let me just try something. Knocknit supotko. And play that backwards.
Octopus stinkhorn.
Yeah, I did it! Yes, man! I did it! I still got it, baby! I still got the old backwards speech. Let me hear that again.
Octopus stinkhorn.
It always sounds Dutch.
Octopus stinkhorn.
This is better than watching some loser playing some crap video game online. Carry on,
In
please.
fact, here's some names for your cats, Octopus and Stinkhorn.
Oh, that could work, yeah. That could work.
It erupts from what looks like an egg and forms between 4 and 7 elongated, slender arms. It's horrible. Look at this. Look.
Beautiful.
It's a right old mess.
Oh, beautiful.
It then unfolds to reveal a pinkish red interior covered with a dark olive slime that gives off the foul smell.
That reminds me of something, but I can't think what.
It grows on soil and lives off dead and decaying matter like wood chips near old tree stumps or in leaf litter. Despite their gruesome appearance, these brightly coloured rascals are harmless and not toxic. Scientists at Kew said that their cousins, the stinkhorns... Which cousins are coming for Christmas, Mother? The stinkhorns. are considered a delicacy in some countries, but the same can't be said for the species of the genus Clathrus, the devil's fingers, as so little is known about them. The mushroom is a clever one, though. Its putrid-smelling slime attracts flies who help spread their spores. Mycologist Andrew N. Miller, PhD, told Inverse, flies come to the top of the stink horn and they eat the mucus.
This is horrible. Why are you doing this?
They're basically not only eating spores, they're getting spores all over their wings and feet, and then the fly flies off and disperses the spores for the fungus.
Stop saying spores and stop saying flies and stop saying fungus.
The species is from the southern hemisphere and was first discovered in Britain in 1914. Charlotte Target, living landscape assistant at Avon Wildlife Trust.
Charlotte Target, what a great name, by the way.
Charlie Target, who first spotted the fungus.
Hi, I'm Charlie Target, and this month we got a great deal on sofas.
All right, if that's advice, I'll do it. She's the one that first spotted the fungus and said, I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. It looked like some kind of strange sea creature. She added that the team was really astonished after discovering it. Conservation colleague Joe McSorley, whom she was with at the time,
missed.
was then able to identify it.
He's McSorley missed.
How does he sound?
Oh yes, it sounds like this.
Okay. So Joe McSorley, whom she was with at the time, was then able to identify
He's
it.
McSorley missed.
He said, we were surprised to find devil's fingers fungi as it's a rare find in the UK.
No idea what this story is
with
about.
only 2 known records from our region, both from 1999. Careful conservation management over the years means that Dolbury Warren is particularly rich in fungal species. And that's the end of the story.
I think we'll play an advert and then we'll steer this ship home before Paul Ross comes in and does a show. What? You heard me right. This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello.
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock. Hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Some people are so rude. And it's often the people that we've done nice things for. There's a guy on Twitter, I've muted him ages ago, I've blocked him now. And I'd recorded some jingles and stuff for him ages ago, and I muted him because he was rude. And then I've just had someone else tweeted and it popped up, and so I looked at it, and he was just being rude about me. And when someone does something like that, and I've taken the time, it doesn't take much time, but it's a faff to record some jingles. It even takes the piss out of the jingles that I've recorded. It just puts me off doing stuff like that for other people, you know. You just think, where's your manners? Where's your manners? Where's your decency? People, huh? 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Alistair.
Oh, evening, Ian. Evening, Catherine.
Hello, Alistair.
That story about the mushroom, Catherine.
The octopus sinkhorn.
Yeah, that sounded like a horror story in its own right.
Didn't it?
See, it comes out of an egg.
Yeah, it does. It's horrible.
It's like Alien.
It looks like mince. It looks like mince fingers.
It is disgusting, actually.
I don't understand these people that pick wild mushrooms not knowing what they are.
Well, I think they know what they are. That's the thing. The people that pick them and go, well, of course you can eat for free just with the things you can find in your back garden. And of course, some mushrooms can be very, very deadly. But if you've studied the history and the genealogy of fungi, you'll know which ones can actually provide a nice, tasty treat or even a slight psychedelic buzz.
Anyway, the reason I was ringing is just to say I've got a couple of names for your cats.
Here we go. Go on.
Say that my ticket is available for Brighton if anybody wants it.
Alison messaged me today. He's not going to be able to make it to Brighton on Saturday. It's a long old journey, mate. So you'll be able to watch it on either Periscope or Twitch. I'm not quite sure which one yet. So sit back, relax.
Anybody who knows my Twitter handle can DM me and the first one gets it for free.
You've really got the hang of this social media stuff.
Yes. Well, I have to have the name and email because I have to reallocate it from We Got Tickets. But, yeah. Anyway, the names of the cats.
What are you doing? You're sounding all muffled.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, of course it is.
Sorry. Were you aware of the 70s mystery TV programme, Sapphire and Steel?
Of course I was. Terrifying programme, yeah.
2 names for the cats.
Sapphire and Steel. Ooh.
What do you think?
Ooh, there's something in it. We're getting closer. It's not quite right.
I think they're grey cats' names.
you remember that episode?
Oh, yes, it's the train station.
There's a ghost soldier on the train station. I'm a kid. I'm like 7, right? And there's a ghost soldier, and you can just hear in the background. Oh, as a 7-year-old, as a 46-year-old,
It was a scary program.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
A lot of the episodes.
And it was never really explained who they were, or what they were, or it was never really explained. It was just these weird, interdimensional, we think, sort of detectives.
That's it.
But unfortunately, if you watch it now, it looks like a load of old rubbish. That's the problem.
Anyway, look, have a great show on Saturday.
Thank you, Alistair. We will have a doozy of a show. Brighton, Saturday night. I don't know, maybe about 7:30 or 8. It'll either be on my Periscope or on my Twitch. Watch us on Twitter and you'll see it tweeted when it goes out. There we go. I tell you what, we'll take calls straight to air. Last 10 minutes of the show. 0344 499 1000. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. But we will take calls straight to air. Now, we operate on a delay system here. That means that if I say, right, well, let's just wait for calls now, it will take about 30 seconds for the message of me saying call straight to air to get out to the ether. So I don't want to sit in silence. So we're going to play some music for 30 seconds. Then once that, you start dialing now. Then once that music is finished, the switchboard should be full. Bishy, bashy, boshy, we're straight in there. So start dialing now once you hear this. Don't wait for the music to finish, because that will have happened 30 seconds ago, you idiots. 0344 499 1000. So what does that mean? What does that? Do we?
Let's think again.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll let them think again. Switch what's going to be? Chock-a-block. Call straight to air. Chock-a-block. Bums.
03444991000.
Absolutely full switchboard. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
That will be our last. God.
Sorry? Try again.
When the red blood gauge, someone die.
Oh, this is Ollie doing his stream.
Oh, God.
This is Ollie doing his stream. For crying out loud. Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. And if I'm completely honest with you, I was lying. There's no other phone calls.
Do you want to hear a story about a sperm ring?
Not really. Let's try this call. Hello, line 2, line 1.
Cause the internet's not working, it's not working, are you joking? The internet's not working, it's not working every day. Cause the internet's not working, are you joking? I'm not joking. But the internet's not working, it's not working, are you joking? Is that Mr. Gaz? Again, I'm so sorry.
That's okay, I enjoyed that. That's the second time we've had that song. I like that song. Now we're getting some calls. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Okay. Didn't say they'd be good calls. I just said we were getting some calls. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
How you doing, mate? Good evening.
I'm doing very well, mate.
So am I your only caller, then? Is that true what you just said? I'm the only caller in the queue.
Turn the radio off, idiot.
Shall I turn it off, mate? Sorry?
Well, if you think you've turned it off, you're an idiot, because we can hear it very loudly.
Well, it's off now, mate.
Fantastic, mate. Excellent stuff.
So how's things in the old radio world?
I don't know. I don't really hang out in the old radio world.
So have I called the right number then?
For...
Sorry, mate, I must have the wrong number.
Who are you... You're a potty-mouth idiot, aren't you?
Hey!
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. C-bomb.
Yeah.
C-bomb, but I couldn't really make it out. It was you. Thank you for spotting it.
The mark of a genius.
Oh my God Almighty. Let's just take it easy for the last couple of minutes, shall we? If anyone wants to, if I see any calls on that screen, boom, I'm going to grab them. But I'm not that bothered. I feel we've earned our pay tonight. It was a good show tonight. It was solid.
Yeah.
Strong talking point at the start. About Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't remember what happened in the second hour. And third hour, we were betrayed by, Ollie.
It's disappointing, but,
Expected.
I've been in this, I've been in this industry long enough to expect a stab in the back at some point.
Yeah. And vegans are the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, line one, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Hello?
Hello,
Ian. Just to give you a nice positive end to the evening, I think you're fantastic. I think Kath is great as well. I've listened for many, many years. And you're just beautiful people. I hope you have a safe journey home.
I
hope you have a safe journey home, and I love you guys, man. I love you from the very bottom of my pocket. I think you're wonderful.
I hope we don't get any calls after you being rude about us.
I'm not Mr. Gaz. Mr. Gaz, follow me on Twitter. I'm Mr. Gaz, beautiful person. I think you're lovely. You're really, really great.
Carry on, man.
No, I can. I could do this all night, seriously.
Go on, then.
You lift people up when people are down. When you're down, I think that we lift you up. I just think you're wonderful. And Kath is just incredible. What a beautiful person. What beautiful people the pair of you are. I just love it, man. And I think every now and again, you need to know it. You make a difference to people's lives.
And?
Well, that's it. That's it. I can't give you any more. I give and I give and I give. I can't give you any more than that. But
we want more from you. We want to suck you dry.
Listen, honestly, whenever the pair of you want to suck me dry, I'm happy with that. I've had drinks. No, I'm happy with that. That's great. I just think, just carry on doing what you do. Never doubt what you're doing, because what you're doing is magical. Every single day is magic. You do an improvised radio show every single night, and the improvisation is better than a lot of comedy shows I've ever seen. The pair of you are brilliant. And the way that you work together gets better and better each.
Oh, get lost, you massive bumlick. What a bumlick. That was embarrassing. My God.
But you know what? He was right.
Line 2, you're probably the last call of the night on this show.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing? Kath, I love you, you raise. Ian, you're right. I've got a funny story that I think would be quite funny. Right, basically, my mate told me that...
You've got 10 seconds.
Right, he was sat at a train station, and some guy was throwing chips out for the seagulls, and then they got really angry, and then just as the train was about to leave, he launched his bag of chips on the train, and all the seagulls went on the train, then just drove away.
Oh.
What a horrific! I can end the show. I can end the show better. I can end the show better. Last 10 seconds to you, Sheila.
I'm taking a dog.
This is Talk Radio.